clap for reals. You know what's going on.
That was random. Like I heard it in this ear, and outside of my head, the clap. So it was like a layered slow kid clap for like 2 seconds.
I think I just got called slow on my own show.
No, like it was. I'm going to hell. Is this part of the recording?
Oh yeah, this is the clap indicate.
The clap was like that's the beginning. I was like, yeah, that was right off the side of the. I can say this because I used to be a slow kid, and I sometimes still feel like one. I just like honed in on very specialized skills at some point in time, and it got a little bit better. It got a lot of bit worse. Oh my god, is this the tequila? No, this is whiskey.
This is tequila.
Oh no, the one I said no to last time.
I mean, there's a little Patron on the bar still. There's a little Patron on the bar.
Oh, if I wanted to be 26 and somewhere in a Mexican city that I wouldn't know how to escape from, I'd totally say yeah.
Well, and there's also mezcal.
The mezcal's over there.
Mm-hmm.
The one from last time.
The one right next to that was right next to the Patron, the tall one. Yep. To your right. To your right. Mezcal.
Oh god. So clear. You know what? Fuck it. Slalom.
You could mix all three together, see what happens.
I will not.
I'm just saying you could.
Well, I'm gonna end up. You know what? Fuck it. This is happening.
We're doing flights.
You know what? It would count as a flight if it was like, oh, we're doing a tasting of tequilas. Oh, that would make this fancier.
They're flights, damn it. They're just flights in Now We Drink style.
Fancy, square, supposed to be clear ice cube. Be my savior in things that I know I shouldn't have done because there is not a lick of.
Perfectly sober. We're doing good.
This is not a lick. Oh, I smoked a whole blunt to the face before we started this up.
That's California sober.
California sober. Okay.
Everyone I know who's sober in California smokes weed and does mushrooms.
Oh,
so.
I don't even like the way that just swirled in the bottom. You know when like boozes collide before they add whatever the mixer is, and you're like, oh, that seems like a lot more booze than I should have ordered at this bar. And I'm literally watching it melt my ice. Okay, we are making bad decisions. One more time.
Welcome to Now We Drink, where we make bad decisions.
This is going to come back to haunt me at all of the times. Jay, I'm not allowed to touch. You better not let me near a fucking Taco Bell, motherfucker.
They deliver.
Oh, it's so clear.
And Jay is completely ignoring we just don't talk off mic part of it.
No one can hear you.
Jay, for the audio audience, Jay said that we're going to the HK Market, which will be quite closed.
Oh God, is there salt somewhere? I gotta.
Oh yeah, there's definitely salt.
Okay, can I have some salt?
There is nice thick kosher salt in the top cabinet next to where the plates are.
Please and thank you. I just smelled it. Smell this.
To the left, Jay. To the left.
Smell the whatever it is that I did.
Ooh.
That smells like paint thinner. Usually I'm like, oh yeah, tequila, let's go. But it like requires so many accoutrements.
This is good salt.
You know what? Remember that first theory where you were like, I'm gonna hold off on mine now. I drink. Just for what are these damn flavors?
Who knows? It's in Japanese.
It's in English.
Is it?
Yes.
Shine Muscat is not it.
Shine Muscadine. Okay, I'm Southern. You just don't know shit. Pineapple still pineapple. Grapes and oranges are still fruits. Peaches is something I'm hoping you had in your hand and your mouth. Lemons and strawberries.
Oh, I don't think I've ever noticed there was English characters on that bag. Even
if it didn't have it written, it has pictures. It has pictures. You might not know what a muscadine is, but oh my God, you fucking city folks be killing me. And yes, I just said, y'all city folks, pick a color. I don't give a fuck. A lemon still looks like a lemon. Anything on here just tastes like a lime. Nope. Pineapple's gonna be the fakest pineapple flavor ever.
I don't know. It's from Japan. You never know.
I went straight for the muscadine ones because my father used to make muscadine wine when I was a little girl, and I used to sneak that shit all the time.
This concoction is.
I'm looking at it hard now. At first I wasn't, but like. Not even gonna lie, the things I fucking do for publicity. Like this is the real whoring right here. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Wow.
It is. Jesus. You really think you're getting this back? I will sit here and eat this whole fucking jar. And it will go through me so much better than that shot just did. I have a taco and I have some consomme that is waiting for me in the car when we get back. As soon as we get back.
You're like, please let this show be over.
No, to stop me from... Okay, so the last time I did this fucking show, I said, hey, cat slave PR man, take me to get something to eat. Nothing was open. So we randomly stopped at a 7-Eleven. Why? Got rules around this motherfucker. It used to just be like, fast food is a no. Absolute no, Taco Bell. Anything Taco Bell after 12 o'clock, you can just go ahead, shut my motherfucking mouth. I have too many internal issues for that shit. 2, now we have to add on 7-Eleven because I bought hot wings out of the hot box. What time did we leave here? It's like 2 a.m. We got back to the valley maybe about 3:30, a little bit shy of 4. And somewhere between here and there, this motherfucker found me some damn 7-Eleven, and I found myself inside of it, drunk as hell, and buying hot wings out of the hot box. And I can tell you right now, I don't give a fuck what version of Aliens that you've seen. I don't give a fuck when you saw it, what age, how tough you thought you were. I've been through some things. I've been shot in the back twice. I could not with that chicken. I thought I was going to die. And I still had to go pick up furniture with people the next day as we were clearing out stuff for Sanctuary to move into the new space. And then the text message incident happened with Mr. Cyan. Like, I hit all the bullet points. I'm very proud of myself. Syphilis, herpes, gonorrhea. For whatever reason, I just put that in at the end. I was using voice to text. I was not thinking all the way through myself. So yes.
I'm sure you were just describing the chicken. It's fine.
The chicken and the booze. And oh god, this.
Just drink more of that. It'll be better. Wow, I feel like I'm about to get a free session out of you.
This is like horrible. It doesn't taste horrible, but like when you can still turn it, and it's not the candy, because I know how sugar reacts with alcohol. This is literally booze bumping into booze, and like these 3 motherfuckers are like, who's gonna run domain over this glass? And I'm like,
I would assume the mezcal. It's pretty smoky.
what is this? Espelon?
The
Espelone?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm sorry, anyone who speaks Spanish. I am pronouncing your language horribly. If I'm not singing it, I have no clue. But yeah, it has dead people riding horses, shooting guns.
Oh no, they're riding chickens.
Riding chickens. And fighting each other off with spoons? The fuck?
They're classy.
Oh yeah, I've made some horrible life choices this evening.
Welcome to the show. Welcome back. Not only have you made horrible life choices, you've decided to make them again in like under 6 months.
You're like with salt in one hand and like no.
Generally, people wait a year to be like, okay, that wasn't so bad. And then they, like do it again. They're like, oh no, that was just as bad as I remember it. Fuck.
Not gonna do that again. You thought I'd have realized don't do this again after the last time. Like I sent off a horrible message to my sort of kind of boss. I'm happy she has a good sense of humor. That's the main thing I'm happy for. Like she has a really good sense of humor, and she was just standing there like tickle pink. She was like, haha, I was wondering what was going on. I was like, well, ma'am, the show is called And Now We Drink. We actually drank. I drank quite a few skull heads, and they're not regular shot glasses. They're like shot and a half shot glasses, and when my husband watched the show, he was like, "You were like 8, 9 whole shots in," and I was like, "I didn't count. I should have counted."
You survived.
Chicken from the 7-Eleven, Matt.
You survived.
It's like saying you survived the apocalypse, but you came back as a zombie. Because that's what I felt like. Because nothing about regular food, and all I wanted was, as Jay, I went to H Mart, bought 2 packs of rare, just cut, thinly sliced, fucking, what was it? I think one was beef roast and the other one was, I think I got the sirloin on the other one. And I ate that shit with just a jar of this, just sat on the couch. It was like, never again. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm never eating that chicken again.
Yeah, you're here.
I had to restart myself with butt ass naked meat in like the spiciest shit that I can't find anywhere. And like, you're about to be my like sambal plug.
All right.
Not even understand. Like, this shit is not sold anywhere in the state of Oklahoma because motherfuckers like you are hoarding it over here on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And they're like paying extortion. They have a 8-gallon jar or container that looks like a water jug turned upside down. That's like on steroids, for like $100 and something on Amazon right now.
That sounds like a good deal.
And it's on my wish list with things like lingerie, panties, fucking high-heeled shoes. Like, things have gotten very serious now.
I think you should remove all the other stuff besides that so people don't have a choice but to buy it for you.
There's a new washer and dryer on there I really want.
Well, once they get you the sauce, then you put the other stuff back on.
Yeah.
Priorities.
No, somebody just bought me a leather dinosaur purse. A very, very sweet human being that I didn't even realize dinosaur purse was there until my husband was like, "Hey, you got a package from Amazon." And I was like, "I didn't order anything off of Amazon." But I also sent my Amazon to like make it a surprise because I love to be surprised with gifts from others. But when I was like, "So what is it?" He was like, "I don't touch your fucking mail."
The man knows. The man knows.
He's like, "Last time you got mad at me." And I was like, "I know. Open my damn package because I want to know what's in there." And there's so many things that randomly pop up and off of my wish list that like I all the time forget what the fuck I put on there because sometimes I'll just go on a rip. Somebody will piss me off and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy you the world, babe." Okay, well, here's like $15,000 worth of shit from fucking Amazon. Let's see if you got it, Playboy. And it never happens. And I'm like, I'm gonna go back and delete that and then fucking forget. And this was one of the things that I actually wanted is a black leather dinosaur purse.
Is it real dinosaur leather?
I wish. Like, not allowed to have real dinosaur leather.
That's bullshit.
I said the same thing.
You should send it back. Fuck that faux leather shit.
It just keeps getting worse. Like, you know, at some point in time, you get into the part of the drunk that you're like, "Oh, fucking, now it's just water. All of it tastes the same. It's all water." No, this just, it just keeps getting worse. And I feel like there's not enough of this in your refrigerator or maybe in like this square block would be able to satiate how bad this is right now. Why did I pick tequila? And now I've had more than one shot, so I can't go to anything else.
I mean, you haven't had a full shot.
I have had a full shot. And then some. Because, like, if I can hold it in my mouth and I don't pucker my jaw in or out, it's basically a shot. That's bad. I've been drinking booze for a really long time and, like, way too much of it at points in time.
I mean, I don't even have that internal measuring cup.
Like, I can... Okay. And I'm telling on myself, I can weigh things in my hand. Like, pretty damn fairly accurately, especially when it's, like, certain kinds of weights, especially the transferring of grams to ounces. Yeah, I can weigh things in my hand.
I thought you were just giving free testicular cancer exams.
Well, like, those are never free with me.
Healthcare's expensive in America. I get it.
It is. And so am I. But at least with me, you get what you fucking came for instead of like...
Testicular cancer? I mean, you're just giving that out now?
I hate you. Oh my God.
I mean, that's a Dungeon exclusive, right?
You're hilarious. No, I'm trying to get over this mouth-shatteringly bad. The candy didn't make it any better. I think it might have actually made it worse. flavor that is rumbling around in me now, and I'm like,
I mean, we have other like dry goods we could put in the glass to see,
they're dry goods.
like garlic powder.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Is this the country store now? We got some other dry goods there for you, ma'am. We just got in all this Hassenpfeffer. What the fuck?
Got some red pepper you could dump in there.
Jay has right now a back seat full of fucking red pepper sauces that I've been trying to fill up my life with to make up for this shit being gone. That's how serious it's gotten. Someone bought me 5 jars, a big container of the Japanese spicy pepper paste. It's like a 8-pound bucket. Because I have a problem. And like a 3-pound bag of just straight up red chili flake because I ate so much chili flake when we were at Shabu Shabu mixed with this that our server actually said, I think you might be a little bit more Korean than I am. I was like, appreciate? And then he gave me a cigarette. So I wasn't really bitching about it anymore. It was a menthol when y'all first cut off the menthols. Oh yeah. And that shit. Why am I paying? And I'm saying this on an open line. I don't even care anymore. California has pushed my fucking hand. Why are you going to outlaw a certain type of cigarette instead of all of the fucking cigarettes? That's one. 2, if you're going to outlaw one, why not outlaw the one that sold the most versus the one that sold the least? We all know the answer to both of these questions. 3rd question, we know the answer to it too. 3, why you got to do it to me when I come?
Well, as governor of California, I decided that I just wanted to target you as the only demographic on my policies.
So sad. I just had somebody bootleg cigarettes. I'm not going to say who across the fucking California.
Did they use their special pockets?
Oh no. They used their special friend who was like, I think you're pretty. I might be willing to take, I'm going to totally take these back for you because you're cool people and you're like pretty. So they brought them back like days in advance, but we all like, hey, here's some money. I love you. Bring back cigarettes.
It's like that gas station on the California-Nevada border where you can buy lottery tickets for Nevada, and now you can buy menthols for California. Like, it's just got to be the weirdest illegal trade. Like, just like
we'll trade you cigarettes for lottery tickets.
Literally, that place has a lottery store in the same parking lot, but you physically walk across the California border.
I was like, I forgot what the place is. It's right before you get to the alien jerky place, like when you actually get into Nevada. And that shit tripped me out. I was like, so all you had to do was like drive 15 minutes. I didn't realize there was one right at the state line, but all you do is drive like 15 minutes past like getting into the state and like I can have cigarettes again. Like suddenly it just becomes legal all of a sudden. And it just throws you off of anything and everything that counts as like laws and stuff. Like, we have so much bigger shit to fry. Like, I know we're thinking in the long run, what if this person ends up giving themselves cancer because they picked up a horrible addiction that like they really didn't have to have if they just didn't have those cigarettes? Then do it with all the cigarettes. Do it with all the booze. And I know we're on a show that is sponsored basically by booze, but like, I'm just saying, like, if you're going to kill one vice, you got to kill all of them. You don't get to pick your commandments out of the fucking 10 and be like, these are the 3 I'm really cool with.
Whoa. None of those are in the 10 Commandments. There's no, I shall not drink, I shall not smoke in the 10 Commandments. Hell, as long as it's not your neighbor's wife, there's no, I shall not fuck. So if they're 3 houses down, they're fair game. That's no longer my neighbor. I don't know that motherfucker.
You ain't going to consider it like the neighborhood?
No.
Mr. Rogers?
No, it's literally...
Won't you be his neighbor?
The 2 doors on either side of me and maybe the person across the street. Depending on how hot she is. And I'm not committing a sin if she's really hot and, you know, she's no longer my neighbor or my neighbor's wife. If she's just my neighbor, it's actually probably pretty cool.
Okay.
Life choices. Life choices is why.
Like 2 more shots before this is palatable.
Better do them quick then. Maybe drop the chili sauce right in the drink.
You know what? You don't make fun of my addictions. I won't make fun of your show.
I mean, make fun of my show. It'll survive.
Okay.
We make fun of everything around here.
Oh my God. I just had to get that back to the back of my throat and everything go down in one slalom. Like,
that is not the first time that's been said on this show.
I'm fairly sure it's not. I am absolutely sure it's not.
I'll go to the tape if I have to, but I'm pretty sure.
Because we know how much you love going back to the tape. Check me out. I got receipts like a black lady.
You know, I believe in the Chain of custody. Because a very important life lesson was instilled in me a long time ago.
What was that?
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
That is actually very true. Super sad, but very true. Now I feel bad.
I don't. Because I know that life lesson. I live with that life lesson.
In particular. Oh, that sucks. Oh my God, candy.
I mean, it sucks for other people more than me. Because I'm all about what I can prove.
You're making this hard, motherfucker, I swear.
Also, not the first time that's been said on this show.
Not when I'm putting candy in my mouth. Just get.
I haven't lost a guest yet.
Okay, I was like, and I don't want to be the first. Like, I got bad luck like that, yo.
It's like, you didn't have to come back twice in 6 months, but second time, yo.
And the second time, she died.
Well, and that's going to be a real bummer because it comes in threes, and then I want to lose 2 other guests, too.
And everybody stops coming on the show.
Oh, no. People will be like, yeah, live fast, die young. They'll come do it now we drink. They'll get some infamy.
Oh, my God.
Like, half of the AVN in memoriam section will be guests that died on my show.
Okay, we already know you're going to hell. I'm not even going to say it out loud anymore. It is what it is.
I mean,
you're going to hell gloriously.
Oh, yeah. They're going to have a ticker tape parade.
Like, ticker tape parade is going to be like girl on fire, dress cape combo, dilly, force on fire, everything on fire, chariot on fire. Fuck it. I cut you off.
Do you know how beautiful it is to watch ticker tape burn?
No, I don't.
I mean, I don't know firsthand, but I'm expecting it when I get to hell.
I'm trying to make my phone not make noises, which I thought I already did. I'm sorry.
Twice in 6 months and just, leaving the phone on.
No, seriously. I turned this thing off. See? Stupid motherfucker.
That also has been said about me on the show before, too. We're just playing all the hits.
Oh my God, and I just thought about it. No, I didn't cut the phone off. I cut it back on so I could hear a notification from a boy who's trying to get me to sit on him.
I see the priorities.
I still missed the fucking notification and left the phone on. So, boom, that's what we call a twofer.
The priorities. Like,
I don't have no priorities. My priorities are like breathing, eating, sleeping well. Maybe fucking it would be polite. I could like turn somebody up and or out. Like I've gotten this. Oh man, I feel like my 44 is gonna be like cougar season for me. Like these 20-something-year-old dudes is like hitting up my profiles hard, and I'm like, no, what am I gonna do with you? You're like nephew age. I have a nephew your age. Like, oh no, that's no.
I mean, their penis works. I'm pretty sure at that age they don't need the blue pill.
No, see, that's the whole thing. The boys who follow me ain't following to dick me. They following me to dick them down.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, no, it's really not. But like, I just went to the Meg Thee Stallion concert during Pride, and like, I'm kind of feeling myself. Like, is this gonna be my official first real hot old girl summer, hot golden girl summer? I don't give a fuck. Like, it's gotten random. My husband was like, I feel like you're about to go in the heat. While you're out there. You've never stayed out there quite so far into June. I was like, I was here until almost this time last year, but like, I literally left out like 2 days after Pride was over, and it was only 1 day instead of 2 days like this year. And I think that it's kind of made my pheromones go sideways because it's been like hot chicks in my lap, and he absolutely hates that shit. He's not a cuck or anything, but like the fact that like hot girls like his older than him wife kind of like makes him happy and turns him on. So and I don't know, even if it didn't, it like absolutely makes me amazingly happy and turns me on.
Well, if it makes you feeling better, you still got a little while before you really reach the Golden Girls age. They're all in their 50s when the show's,
Yeah, so like I'd like to have my first hot girl summer before I'm like B. Arthur age, so that'd be nice. But if it ends up being this year, because like I'm throwing a Cougars party here in LA in November over at Sanctuary. New and improved Sanctuary 2.3.0. I don't know. We're on a revision level. They did a patch. But yeah, I'm doing a Cougars and Cubs meetup to see how LA might like my style of what it is that I do. And
Do I get an invite to this one?
you are not a Cub. How old are you, Matt?
How old do you think I am?
Definitely not under 30.
Ouch.
Am I wrong though?
No.
Then shut the fuck up. What do you like? Ouch. There's nothing wrong with being older and sophisticated, bitch. That's what the fuck I'm living in now. And I am way older than you.
I am not sophisticated.
I know, but like you could be if you tried, and you might make it by the time you get like to my age.
How old do you think I am?
I don't know. I was thinking like 35, 36.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Because you like for me, like I found that as of late, a lot of I don't know if it's in the water, in the air, you smoking too much weed, whatever the fuck, you just got a stressful life. But like guys in their like late 20s are starting to go gray. Gray is no longer for like, you know, your dad and granddad and them. Like gray will hit your ass at like my husband literally started getting like gray peppered in just a little bit and like hairs that were turning gray by the time he was like 29, 30. So like seeing somebody who got like face full of gray no longer means like, or like a little bit of gray no longer means like it's just for men time.
Oh no, I mean, how am I supposed to pull 20-something-year-olds?
Yeah, seriously, because hot chicks ain't trying to date dudes their age. They know they ain't got no fucking money. I'm going on the chance that you might not have blown it all on your last ex-wife and like might be some left over for me kind of physics.
They're wrong. They're completely wrong.
But like, hey, I didn't tell you to make the assumption, bitch. Like, that's on you.
Right?
Don't make assumptions. It's bad for you.
Exactly. No, I'm 42.
Okay, so you're just behind me. Like, I'm 44 this year.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying my 44. Like, I had this trip has been a trip. Like, DomCon was amazing. I'm still sad that you couldn't make it.
Yeah, I wanted to be there. Like,
I should have just sent the J. Like, seriously, I should have just like, of all the shit that was going on, I could have been like, hey, Mizriz, I need to make sure some of our media people get here. He's had a little slight quickie dink go on. So we need to get him on over and this will be fun. And had some actual fun. I'm fairly sure you could have used some fun. And
I definitely could have used some fun, but instead I sat in front of my computer all weekend, so.
That's not fun.
No, but I made money. At least it was making money in front of my computer.
Yeah.
And no fluids were spilled on cam. Don't worry.
Congratulations.
Ew. Ouch. You're saying if I decided to start webcamming, that's ew? Ouch. That's ouch.
I'm just telling you right now, for me, it's ew and slightly cringe. One, you're my friend and I don't look at you like that. If I wanted to see your genitals, I'd have been and asked for them. And, real deal Holyfield, not even gonna score this with a number 2. Just ew. Like, it's not me being rude. Like, you're not my particular cup of tea. I'm fairly sure you're some Tom of Finland's, like, sportscaster nightmare dream driven into one person jacking off in front of a fucking lonely laptop. But, like, just not my cup of tea. And I love dudes in really up close, up personal POVs. Like, I need you to bend all the way over, spread both of the butt cheeks, like, jerk it from behind on yourself, kind of like, you need to earn this $14.99 for my subscription this month, motherfucker. I'm just saying.
Don't worry. If I were to do it, which I'm not, if I were to do it, it'd be in front of a green screen. And I would be floating through space or through the clouds. And I'm going to make it weird.
I'm just going to say this. The one time Philip DeFranco, one of my favorite YouTubers, said, like, hey, times get hard. They keep demonetizing my shit here on YouTube. I'm just going to go to OnlyFans. And somebody started a fucking campaign for, yeah, we want to see naked Philly D pre, like, weight loss. We don't give a fuck. Put it up there. And he was like, and his wife, Liz, who is fuckingly amazing because she took this man from being like a incel baby monster into like a full grown ass fucking man. It's like, I hate marriage. I'm never getting married. Oh, I found this amazing woman that I don't want to share with anyone else in the world. So I like ringed her up and then we made these 2 amazing kids that I said, I'm never going to fucking do. So, like, he's grown a whole lot, but she digs into him whenever given the open opportunity, especially when they have back and forth conversations on Twitter. And she was like, so how many is it going to take to get you to go ahead and do that? And he was like, 100,000 retweets. So when they busted through there with like damn near 150, pushing into the 160,000, so he was like, okay, I can't do OnlyFans and I'm not going to be on cam. But we will add some new merch to the next drop, and it's like, who's your daddy? Philip DeFranco t-shirt. Call me daddy, Philip DeFranco t-shirts. You want my naughty type-esque Philip DeFranco t-shirts? And I was like, this man is a fucking genius. And I love it. And his wife is like sponsoring half of it.
See, the move is, it's not based on retweets. Anyone can retweet. Is start the OnlyFans and see how many subs you get. And it's like, when I make my monetary goals in subs, that's when you get the goods.
Okay, so that sounds like we're finding you a new line of income because, all right, everybody out there in TV land, somebody's going to go ahead and start up this like, hey, you put it up there. Man, did you see the chick who was like, anything will sell on OnlyFans? And this one woman was like, no, you can't sell anything on OnlyFans. So like, she was like, you really can. So she was like, all right, can I sell my Victorian ankles on OnlyFans? She had to shut it down. It had so many fucking subs.
Why would you shut it down? Why?
It's the same thing I was thinking. I was like, she was like, I did it for a week and it was scary how many people were like, and it was just her in traditional, like turn of the century, postmodern Victorian ankle shoes, like the Mary Poppins joints, like 50 buttons down the fucking side. Like, I gotta go through some work. This is worse than a bra just to see your fucking ankles, bitch. And like, it's so like hotcakes. Nothing risque. No actual, I don't believe, bare naked feet. So technically not really fetishy other than those who have like a high protocol kind of shoe fetish. But like, it was all just her. No pantyhose, no stockings, no none of the things you think make feet pictures or something of that nature frisky. And I was like, motherfucker, you can sell anything on OnlyFans if you sell it properly. So I was like, chunkysouls.com. I don't know for myself.
I got some ugly feet. No one's buying.
Totally a fetish.
Well, yeah, but
ugly feet, stinky feet. I have a gentleman, and we're not going to name names, but you know who you are if I make you watch this. That is very much into, before he has sessions with me, he will tell myself, and when we have FD events where it's multiple ladies, like 5 or more ladies, do not get pedicures. And he pays extra. Like, that means I have to see everybody else at the fucking party other than you with busted fucking feet. Or I have to keep my shoes on all night. And one time he was like, little fish, which is a really nice way of saying gets underneath a glass top table at the very expensive hotel that we used to rent for their presidential suite, and like nibble the whatever the hell is off the bottom of your fucking feet of everyone that's at the fucking table. Like those little fish when you go to like the really fancy spas. Yeah. Yeah. Your whole face looked like it caught a like buffering.
Hey, I'm not here to kink shame, but like,
I'm not here saying far be it from me to yuck anybody's yum, but like,
I'm just saying, I feel like people that are into ugly feet are not into ugly dudes' feet.
Yes, they are.
Well, okay,
because you're automatically thinking like something straight. You have to understand, there's more than straight people.
Oh yeah, no.
Straight people don't usually spend their hard-earned money on porn. They usually spend it on their kids. So
gross.
Yeah, because that's what being straight will get you, like fucking parasites. Human larva that
that's why I got
out of you, and then
that's why I got a vasectomy. Nope.
He was like, "Not this fella.
Nope.
Not today. You're not gonna catch me, gingerbread man."
And if anyone ever comes at me for child support, be like, "That shit's on YouTube. I have proof."
Oh my god!
You didn't know my vasectomy's on YouTube?
Did you post your vasectomy? Oh my god! Could your vasectomy been the vasectomy that I showed my husband? And I was like, "You need to get this done," because pumping myself full of like horse, whatever the fuck.
I mean, you would know it was me because I'm on camera talking to the camera through the whole procedure. It's not a close-up of my genitals. It is me talking to the camera during the procedure. Doctor was not down to... Not that I was going to film my genitals. I'm like, I've been in this industry for over a decade. I've managed to keep my dick off film. I wasn't going to start there.
Congratulations. I think.
I think so, too. I mean, it was a choice. It's a conscious choice at this point. When I first got in, it might not have been a conscious choice. It was like, those were the studio only days. So it was just like, nah, I don't have the goods to be studio male town. In this day and age, it is a conscious choice.
How sad is that?
That I choose not to have my dick on the internet?
No, like that it has to be a conscious choice for your dick not to end up on the internet. Like you have to like rage quit against the machine just to make sure that it doesn't happen on purpose or by accident.
Well, it potentially could happen by accident, but that would be a friend of mine, doing something heinous. I had a friend.
Really a friend, isn't it?
Well, it's a friend / client. I dumped a whole SD card of a photo shoot I gave to somebody, and like, unfortunately, I'd also made use of the suite to like take some pictures of myself in their jacuzzi bathtub in Vegas, and like I dumped the whole card and just dropped it, and like, oh, she texted me like, "Is that your dick?" I'm like, "I guess it is." Like, oops. I mean, it's also underwater. It's not like me standing in front of the camera. It's just like I was in a bathtub.
And I just felt the need to take a picture of it for posterity.
No, literally, I set up lighting. I mean, like, it's pictures of me like in a bathtub smoking a cigar
For posterity.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool pic.
Oh my gosh, I can't say shit. I got pictures out in Vegas at the AVN in 2020 where we were all up in the AVN suite, or the AVN Star Suite, and they had like that real world rules looking ass room where it's like the pool table, the fireplace. It was very like hustler in the 90s, but with like 2000 teens upgrades. And I was like, this is kind of neat. Till I seen that damn bathroom, and I was like, I can murder everywhere in here. This would be mine. This hotel would never get this room back. This would be my house. You would have to pull me out of here kicking and screaming or dead. That tub was nice. I'm a big bitch, like 6'3", with no shoes of any kind on. So me in a tub where I can stretch my legs all the way out and roll my arms away all the way out without it being a hot tub that I have to share with other people is amazing.
Have you ever been inside the Hefner suite at the Palms?
No, I have not, but I have heard so many people talk about it. Like, I was like, the only way you could see that shit is if you're doing fucking porn. Like, for real. Because nobody's coughing up that kind of money unless they think they're going to make some money off of the fucking room. Like, we're spending this much. Something's getting shot in this sumbitch this weekend.
Well, I was there. God, it's got to be like 2013. It's got to be 10 years ago. I was there for the club owners after party during EDI.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, some naked person peddler party, and it's usually a dude.
Yeah, I was security for one of the VIP performers, and it's just like,
this is amazing.
This is amazing. We had to bail the party at some point because, yeah, like it started getting a little sketchy. But a bunch of strip club owners and all under one roof getting sketchy? Never.
Who'd have thunk?
Who'd have thunk? But that suite was fucking insane. Like, it is just set up for group sex. Like, the tub is legitimately for 9 people. It's just the bathtub. The shower is set up for multiple fucking people. The whole suite is just set up for group sex. It is insane.
Fuck suite.
Yeah. $40,000 a night fuck suite.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's my house. That's my house with everything that I've already paid on it. Like, the whole kit and caboodle. So I'm like, the fuck? This is just busted out for one fucking night. Either you wanted one actual night of Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, this is fucking happening. Or you were just like, I feel like being really nice in this hotel and coughing up a couple $1,000 so they can just, put that towards the, I don't know, next time we have a deal out in this motherfucker. Something like that. But like, god damn, that is a lot of money.
Yeah, 40,000. Like,
I sound like Chris Rock, but like for real, that is a lot of fucking money. And to be like, we're just going to use this for a party.
Well, I mean, you figure
it's going to be one badass party. Fucking better be. Because that's like just the price of the hotel room, right? That's before you add on like food and.
Oh, there was no food there. There was no food. There's booze, but there was no food.
I'm going to guess it got sketchy because of the other things that showed up there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
You don't need food. What the little boy say on the rap song? Bitch only eats cocaine Whole Foods.
Well, at one point, like, the performer I was with was like, there are definitely, people banging full service workers in the middle of this party. We got to go.
I do not blame them. Not one bit.
Like, okay, let's balance. But yeah, it was an interesting night. It was a very interesting night. I missed my flight to Atlanta in the morning.
Interesting. That is absolutely a way of saying it. Oh my God. I feel like we're just going to stick with this Patron because this is the thing that I said, it's no. Last time. And this is the one that I looked at. I was like, because of the scene. And I think I said something about the fucking chicken. And I was like, yeah, nah. But I was like, ooh, Patron. Tequila for 20-somethings.
Hey, at least it's not Cuervo.
You know what?
That should be their marketing.
People downplay Cuervo so hard. And I can tell you right now, 1800 I really like. And I've kind of gotten okay with Casamigos. Like, it's one of those, like, if you have it with a really good mixer, it's tasty. But by itself, to me, it's kind of like the first time somebody's like, here, have a shot of this. And I used to really love vodka back in the day. And Ciroc is what made me stop drinking fucking vodka. Because that shit tastes like assholes. And I know what assholes taste like. You don't even have to ask me why, because I've eaten a bunch of them. And it tastes like assholes for assholes, made by assholes from 100% naturally collected assholes. It has this very distinct chitlins taste to it, and I don't know why.
Do these assholes taste like Ciroc?
I don't know, but apparently everybody has seen his asshole or some part of him semi-naked in some fucking video. My little cousins back in Mississippi was like, oh my God, he's up here like dancing on a table like somebody's granddad drunk at a party. I was like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, didn't the city girl get pissed on by him or something like that? She was like, oh my God, cousin Mia, you're so old. Oh, you know what? I do not live in your world. Do not be mad at me because I don't live in your world. I'm not up to your standards. I understand, but you don't hear me asking you, I don't know, Norman Rockwell questions from before my ass was born. But it's stuff that I know, but you don't know. Yeah. Angry little bitches. But they live on TMZ and Instagram for the most part. And they are always asking me questions because, like, I come out to LA a lot and they're like, oh, well, this time they kind of got me because I did go to the Meg Thee Stallion because they're like, oh my God, it's Meg Thee Stallion. She's so great. Was Beyonce there? Do you really think? I know the LA Pride is the shit, and these are some amazing people. It's fucking Beyonce. Like, countries can't get this heifer to show the fuck up. Like, we pooled our money as a collective state of people, and we still couldn't afford Beyonce. So no, baby. Beyonce did not come and do Savage remix with Meg Thee Stallion. This is not like when Christina Aguilera showed up and then Paris Hilton showed up and then Maya showed up. That was affordable. Beyonce is outside of that particular ticket. I wish one day she would. Apparently, I also missed Queen Latifah during Mariah Carey.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% trying to go see Mariah Carey. I was there for more of the Meg Thee Stallion show, but you could hear her through the entire fucking park. Like, you could hear how amazing it was. I know I went out there for a second to try to post up and like, it was not happening, even with a fucking VIP bracelet, even with the, hey, I'm working this event bracelet, even with the, hey, y'all are getting me nibbles bracelet. They didn't give two fucks. If you didn't have that motherfucker that tapped and probably was wearing a scarf, which I seen almost all of the people I seen that got to the back behind where you could see Mariah going by on like a golf cart kind of deal, we're wearing scarves, just like very festive scarves. It was like a Jeff Bezos outing kind of deal on a yacht kind of thing.
Gross.
Yeah. But the event itself was amazing. Erotic City was so much fun this year. I whipped a bear and then got called a fucking groomer on it on Twitter.
What?
Okay, I know it's Erotic City, not that kind of bear. There is
I was more the one on the groomer part.
Yeah, it started out with a picture that was taken by someone and they sent me copies of it and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got pictures." There is a group called Two Thieves and they make underwear and they donate some of their proceeds to the Trevor Project, which is really something that's close to my heart. And they were like, "Hey, we're trying to get promo stuff. Would you mind whipping this bear?" And I was like, we're talking about dude take off this suit and he is wearing a pair of the underwear, which I thought was very festive. And he was like, no, in the suit. And I was like, you okay with that in the suit? He's like, oh yeah, just totally being a guy inside of a bear costume, sweating his ass off. And it started getting warm. At first we got there, it was kind of cool. The sun came back out and it got a little warmed up and you could tell that like he was moist when he got off of there. But I had him on the top bottom strider and got about 4 or 5 good licks off. I posted one of the pictures to a friend of mine over in Hawaii, and the next thing you know, this crazy right-wing lady who apparently has no problem selling herself to teenage boys that are straight and old dudes 50 plus who are also maybe straight but digger content, that I'm being a groomer because, you know, we were doing that in front of kids. Folks, out there in the real world, Erotic City is the 18 and over only. We have big, gigantic security guards. You cannot bring your babies here. You cannot bring your teenagers. You cannot bring your children. They have blackout curtains all the way around the fence. They have a hill between us. Like you would have to walk up the hill and climb through some pointy ass bushes and small palm trees and probably tiny lizards, because we saw a bunch of lizards when we first got there to load in, to be able to even try to look into the fence. And you're going to be blinded by like all these lights that were put up and like strobing everywhere because we are an erotic city.
We all know children can't climb hills.
We all know when they get lost, like where are your parents is the better part of this equation. Not so much how did you get in here or why are you here? Where are the people that are supposed to be keeping you right now? Kind of seemed like a them problem. And we did not have any of those problems because there were never any children there. This one was just making a mountain out of a molehill. And I went back onto Twitter and I was like, hey, original poster here. Just stopping by to say basically what I just told you. And the fact that we had more non-LGBTQ people coming through there than they had ever had there, I think, in a good long while of having the event. Like we had good performers, we had good demos, our tent was bumping, it was packed damn near the entire time we were there. Like we had performances, we did myself and a gentleman by the name of Jabberjaw, who is with Sanctuary, who does a lot of our electrical and lighting and sound and music and stuff. When we have performances and parties and DomCon and all that good crap, myself and himself raced because I have been wanting to know. Remember I told you about Frank, the Sibian that I renamed?
Yep.
Yeah. We had the races of the Sibian versus the Motor Bunny for like who is truly dominant.
Who won?
I can't say.
Can't say.
I can't say.
Why not?
Because I'm not gonna. Oh.
Can't get the exclusive?
No, you can't get the exclusive. Let's just say it was fun had by all. The real winners were the ladies. Because for one lady, it was like 7 minutes of riding that motherfucker. And for the other lady, it was like 17. And between the two ladies, we got well past the 30 mark of like, how many times did you make the O around the lap?
So everyone gets to have fun, but Matt, I don't get to have fun.
Matt need to grow some titties and hop on top of Sibby, and Matt probably have way more fun. Don't even have to grow them. We could just go buy you a pair. We are really close to Hollywood, so like
we are in Hollywood, yes.
Yeah, I'm one of the parts where I can go get me some titties for you.
I mean, we could buy me some titties, but
I mean, like just walk in and buy them. Like that's a little bit up the road.
Yeah, true.
That's the part I was talking about.
Oh, I thought we were talking about buying me permanent ones.
Well, we can get you those too, but I don't know how long you feel like being attached to them. I'm not paying you like no haha joke money. Like, dude, it was like I wore these breast implants for 10 years because my friend told me he'd pay me $10,000 a year for every year I wore them. Then he started doing stuff like people's logos on his chest and shit. He was like, I'm gonna turn this into like a empire.
I mean, if you've already gone that far, you might as well.
Like this, until he took his shirt off and was wearing a sports bra with binding on it, I never would have known. He just looked like a chunky guy to me. Like he had a little bit of a beer belly, like a little flabby up top. And I was like, didn't imagine that was like a set of fucking C cups though. That was a lot when you see him like outside the t-shirt. I was like, ooh, you did that. I'd be wearing these motherfuckers and putting the kid through fucking college too.
Yeah, I mean the tits I've already grown, I think are good enough for me. I don't think I'm gonna try to upgrade. Speaking of DomCon, how was it?
Oh, it was so much fun.
Just fucking suffering. No one up there is gonna save you. I don't know why you're looking up.
Oh my God. I'm thinking in my mind's eye, like when I was a kid, I wanted to breathe fire. This is not what I was talking about. Even the salt won't take it away. Like Patron is one of them kind of boozes that you're told your entire growing up into drinking life. They're like, oh, Patron. All these songs about Patron. And you finally get some Patron and you're like, nah, I see why people are willing to pay for $1,800.
You think 1800 is better than Patron?
It is better than Patron. If you're going to go on that lesser of two evils, and we're not talking about like top shelf, that shit that comes in the blue and white porcelain bottle. Yeah, way better. But I've had the stuff in the blue and white bottle. I forgot what it's called, but like it was smooth. But it wasn't like my loins kind of taste in my mouth. Like I didn't feel like I had like touched the hem of his garment or anything after I had the shot. The dude who bought it for me down in South Beach was like thoroughly unimpressed that I wasn't impressed by his damn near $75 fucking shot that he bought for me.
$75 for a shot? Man, come to whiskey levels. $75 for a shot.
I am not a whiskey person. My dad was like a whiskey guy. I wasn't a whiskey guy.
I'm just saying, at price point, if $75 a shot is impressive, that ain't shit in whiskey land.
But for me, Whiskeyland wouldn't be worth the $75 shot in my mouth. It's the whole thing of if it doesn't satisfy me, it doesn't matter how expensive it is. That's like somebody with a humongous dick dicking me down. If you ain't making me come, motherfucker, you just got a big ass fucking dick, and we here taking up time, space, and effort that could be taken up by a dude with a little dick, but hella fucking mouth game.
I agree, but it's the dude was trying to show off, and it's unimpressive to me to be like, oh, I'm showing off with a $75 shot.
The what was it? I cannot remember which booze it was, but it's like a major label booze that had the XO line that like the Jack Daniels. Was it Jack Daniels?
Oh,
it had the fucking
Hennessy's XO.
Oh, okay. All I know is that it was some kind of whiskey that the place had burnt down. The casks had been burnt. The Angel's cut had been like evaporated off super fucking fast. So it gave the booze a way supposedly smokier, earthier, more deep, all the things we want you to think of, like when you think of mushrooms at Whole Foods. So that you so that you would want to buy this product. And I was like, okay. Now the bar that we went to was a place called Census in Memphis, Tennessee. Used to be out on Poplar. And they used to have it inside of a plexiglass lockbox with a padlock on it. And it was like, oh, this is super expensive booze. So expensive. So, of course, some man who I don't know how, but recognized me by my feet in a nightclub in the dark, semi-dark. He recognized my shoes and my feet in the shoes because I just happened to, when I have done that last photo set for that pair of shoes, because someone else bought those shoes for me to take pictures in specifically and do a stuck video in for a pedal pumping website that I used to work for back in the day. And he was like, oh my God, Mistress Mia, when there was no dark. He was like, oh my God, I love your videos. I love your stuck videos. I've been buying your videos. Like when I say buying my videos, we are still talking about actual physical content. It was a DVD and or the beginnings of flash drives that were sent through the mail. Like, you want your custom made, here's your custom and all the things you wanted me to say to you, Danny boy, that kind of shit. And he was like, I've bought from your catalog a lot. And like, I absolutely love things. So he's like, please let me buy you a drink. And I'm like, okay. My boyfriend was a bar back there, so I knew I wasn't gonna get slipped or anything. So I was good with it. He got me the drink and he was like, oh, did you like that? Oh, do you like bourbon? Expensive whiskey. I'm sorry, fancy whiskey. And
Bourbon's not necessarily fancy.
It depends on who makes it and who's selling it.
I mean, this is bourbon.
What is that?
Elijah Craig. The house wine of it now we drink these days.
The house wine / bourbon and cup breaker. Fucking now we drink.
Fine, it's fine.
You're going to find out how he died. Tiny chips of glass going through his system and already saturated in alcohol. He eviscerated himself from the inside out.
I mean, that's what the old woman said was going to happen to me, so.
Oh my God. Is that what the shaman told you, but you were arrogant?
Yeah, I traveled all the way to South America to find that out.
Oh my God.
That could have been an email.
This is why we can't have nice shit.
Well, yeah, it's going to end up inside me cutting me.
I'm just trying to eat this candy to get this taste of Patron. I will be happy when this bottle is gone. Jesus. How much time we got left? Because this thing needs
6 hours.
Oh.
Didn't Jay tell you this is a marathon episode?
You know what? My husband tried to get me to sit in on a marathon run with him of doing a stream on Twitch of him playing, what was that, Division 2 with builds. I'm like, how come you just can't play the damn game? He was like, well, people want to know how I was able to like defeat other people and like how the clan was able to make it. And I got to show him like what guns I was using. I was like, This sounds like boy version of being drugged to the mall to buy shit. You don't know what the fuck you wanted to buy before you got to the mall. So you're showing off your clothes to everybody that you know at the mall and no one can pick out an outfit. And somehow I am being tortured because of it. And he was like, it's not even that big of a deal. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. And I was like, I'll do it. I ain't gonna be happy about it. I'll do it because I love you and I married you. If I don't, somebody's gonna call me a cunt. So I went ahead and did it. And like by the second hour, he had somebody who was like tipping him out pretty well. Like you hear little things, change, cash apps going off and stuff. And it's this one chick. And she's been following him for a minute. And it was kind of funny because like she's not like creepy or cringy in any kind of way. She's actually a really good sport. They play together. And like he'll come to her stream and stuff. He'll tip her out, like kind of like, here's me being your friend, putting $5 in a jar, get you going. And they're going back and forth saying goofy shit. And she was like, how come Mia doesn't say anything? And I was like, because Mia is sick and tired of watching y'all play the same shit that y'all play all the time when y'all are not on this fucking stream on a 65-inch television set in the middle of my fucking house. That's why. And she was like, oh, my bad. She's like, I say the same thing when my husband plays Tekken. I was like, yeah. And then that's your husband and my husband playing Tekken together. And now we're both sick of watching them do this. And now they're going to probably end up streaming next week just because you said something and you brought upon the Tekken witch. I can't. I really, really can't.
It's okay. We only have 7 hours to go.
Oh my God. The never ending streams, the stuff like I've been seeing more and more people who genuinely don't need to be on the internet anymore for like short or long durations of time. And I'm kind of full on it. Why do you have that look on your face?
Because I have something to say about this.
Mm.
I've come to the conclusion that, yes, the internet gave everyone a voice. But a lot of dumb motherfuckers don't seem to realize that not all voices are created equal.
Okay, I will give you that one. I will absolutely give you that one because it is absolutely the truth. Like somebody struggle with like mental health and having a home and things of that nature is not the same as like how you feel that you got shorted on your Coachella tickets when they only had X amount of like Cabana VIPs versus like the fact that you paid like an extra 30. This is a real story. Extra $3,500 to like pay to have like shuttle services to and from for you and 9 people that you know but really don't know like that, and you feel how you got shorted because one of the friends like fell sort of kind of into a porta potty and threw up on themselves, and y'all didn't want to have them on the bus with you because you didn't want to smell that smell, and now you're mad because they won't give you your money back, and your friend is like trying to charge you through their apps for paying for them to get away from Coachella this year. I was like, you know what? Officially first world problems. And I shan't have anything to do with it. Take me back to Oklahoma. Let me die out on my open range. It is nowhere near as strange. I can't. I tried. I was a really good sport. I was. And when I heard that story via 2 other people who were on that bus, I knew there was something different about California. The people here and the stuff that they do. And if the next person from California asks me to move to California, I'm going to kick someone right in the cooter. Like, there's no way.
Oh, am I not supposed to ask you? I am the governor after all. Why would you not come move to our glorious state?
Your glorious state is a little bit too glorious. No one knows how to behave here in a good way. In a good way.
People know how to behave anywhere.
No, not really, but they seem to do it like in spades in this motherfucker. It's like here, Atlanta, Miami, and like Jersey. I don't know why. Oh, wow.
Miami's a whole nother beast. Like, you can't compare LA to Miami.
Yeah, you can.
Oh no, Miami's a whole nother fucking beast.
Miami's a whole nother beast, but it's still running on the same physics. How much bullshit and how pretty can you be to see how much bullshit you get away with while being pretty? Tell me I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying, Matt.
To be fair.
See, the fact that you have to do it with caveats to be like, okay, except for in love.
No. There's no except for. I'm actually agreeing with you. To be fair, Miami is the only place I've ever seen people with the miniskirts with the holes cut off out on the side, except on set. Like, that's the only place I've ever actually seen those dresses in the wild.
Yeah. Oh, the hey, This still counts as a dress, don't it? Dress.
Yeah, like the holes cut out in the miniskirt all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like whatever you fucking costuming person has ever put a hooker in. Like
we get it. You don't understand underwear, and we want to make sure that you know that we know that we know that you know that we know that you don't understand underwear. And we get it. Sometimes you need. Does anybody remember? I cannot remember her name, but it was the Brendan Fraser movie that came out back in the day that had Coolio. Not Coolio. It was somebody else, another black actor that played God. And it was like he was going.
Are you talking about Bedazzled with Elizabeth Hurley?
Yes. Do you remember Elizabeth Hurley's dress? That one that
course.
was made of pins. Everybody was like, you know what? That was the downfall right there. When somebody was like, let's take a front and a back and just hold it together with the bare bone minimums of what counts as holding an item together and see if we can get away with that. And as soon as she got away with that dress, and everybody was like, that is fashion.
As a heterosexual male, I agree. It was fashion.
As a pansexual woman, I absolutely agree because she always gave me the touchy feelies, even when she was like angry wearing like the thong bikini with the fucking glittered, bedazzled fucking actual top and like the little fake horns and little fake pitchfork and shit. Like, 50-foot woman. And I was like, oh man, this is like the first time I saw Raquel Welch in that two-piece.
I mean, Elizabeth Hurley's got to be in her 50s these days. I would probably still, you know.
She's still hot.
Yeah.
She's still hot. She's still hot. After seeing Bullet Train, Sandra can still get it. At first, I was like, oh, she's gone to mom status. And then they smoky-eyed her ass the fuck out, and it was like Miss Congeniality all over again, and I was so happy.
Oh, no. See, like, Sandra has poor taste in men. I feel like I could actually hit that.
So you're just going to pull the Pete Davidson and just be like, hey, you could do better, but you're not going to.
Story of my life. Story of my life.
You could do better, but you're not gonna.
You could do better, but I'm here.
Right now.
Right here, right now.
Daddy issues on board.
Right.
Preloaded. Ready to go.
Look at the gray. Come on.
Oh my God, stop.
Look at the grays, girl.
Dude, I have gray hair. So, like, I've gotten over the gray. Like, it used to be like, ooh, gray hair. It's like, I don't know. Now, am I going to be like, go gray naturally? Fuck no. I'm not doing that shit graceful. It's going to be like technicolored wigs and non-matching eyeshadow for at least another 4 or 5 years.
See, the problem is I'm on the internet too much looking like this. If I all of a sudden, like, fucking cleared it up and be like, what the fuck did you just do?
Thought it was a good idea. I thought it was a good idea.
Do you know how fast people would call me out on this shit? Like, oh, just for men, huh? Like, I put out a 2-hour podcast every fucking week. They've watched me go gray in the last 5 years. Like, if all of a sudden, like, is this an old episode? No. That motherfucker went to the bottle. I needed to be proactive about this about 4.5 years ago if I was going to do that shit.
Like, when it first started touching, and I was like, I just plucked all those motherfuckers out. Like, I'm going to be patchy for a minute, but like, it'll be all right.
Yeah, no, and I still do it like around the chin because the chin's not going as gray. Like the 1 or 2s. Like,
you know what's killing me is the fact that you're like, oh, that was too much fucking work to try to still be cute for somebody. While like dudes will totally look at a woman if her hair starts to go naturally gray, like at what one guy told me is a pre-onset year. I was like, what the fuck is pre-onset fucking gray? It comes when it comes. You know, like you. And you don't see a bunch of chicks complaining about your ass. What the fuck you complaining about somebody else's fucking hair?
Oh, I don't matter enough for them to complain about me.
He told me because okay, so I was with some of my porny friends, is what I like to call them, which are my friends who shoot content and or do like good old fashioned escorting. And we kind of have like bitch bull sessions. We'll meet up in Tulsa. We'll all go somewhere like Village Inn, which I know sounds like really crazy to y'all, but like for us, it's a fucking hoot because nobody's Mimo and Peepap is recognizing your ass at the Village Inn for a piece of fucking pizza. No one's thinking about you as that chick from their fucking laptop that they saw like your ass agape and whole from Mr. Hanky's fucking toys and specials. So like you can kind of just be yourself in a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt and like have a regular kind of our version of a family dinner. Sometimes we will also do something as random as like, hey, we're going to Olive Garden because I want breadsticks because I'm an adult. And I want all the salad and salad dressing that I can have because I will drink Olive Garden's fucking salad dressing. Don't ask me. I'm literally eating chili sauce out of the bowl.
I'm not judging.
So
I provided the chili sauce.
I know, and I'm trying to find a way to like sneak it into my backpack while you're not looking because I really want this one.
You know what? It's a gift. You can fucking have it.
Yay, Jay! This is staying at your house. Don't touch my shit.
I mean, just put it in a Ziploc bag. Take it back on the plane.
Trying so hard. Oh my god! It's the. You know what? I kind of want some now. I've had enough to drink.
Oh, we're brown paper bagging it, apparently.
But it's fancy. That's fancy, expensive brown paper bagging it.
Oh, God, it has a wax seal.
Yeah. What did you get broidered?
I don't know what I got broidered, but it has a wax seal and no way to pull the wax seal off. That seems like bad marketing. Like, there's no pull tab on the wax seal. Why? Why would you do this to the brown paper bagging American public?
Are you serious?
Okay, I have another brown paper bag that is.
Oh, they're dipped. Oh, damn.
Oh, we have new growlers, or yeah. Oh, it's on that side. Oh, there's two glass.
We could do a thing.
We're doing a thing. Thankfully, we technically have a PA tonight, so.
Because I can tell you right now, if it was just left up to me, I'd have tripped over something by now. I'm probably going to trip over something before I move all your expensive fancy shit because I ain't got money to replace the shit.
So, ooh. Very nice. Very nice. We have Valhalla Cacao Imperial Stout. Aged in Heaven Hill barrels. Ooh. From 818.
Sounds fancy.
It does. And it needs to go in my gullet.
Is it cold? Oh man!
Probably should have put it in the freezer for a little bit, but
wrapped it in a wet paper towel and put it in the freezer and roll it for like minutes, and it'd been perfect.
I mean, then we have a wet brown paper bag. That's a weird look.
Are we drinking this out of a paper bag? Why are we drinking it out of a paper bag?
So the police don't know.
What?
Duh.
We are indoors, and everyone here is old. Please
don't. Speak for yourself.
Please don't care what we do.
I know it's LA. It's LA.
Middle-aged in LA. No one gives a fuck. It's like me still trying to old Michael Jackson in while you're over here like, woo, on the other side. That's what we got. Yay, Jay got it off. Oh, cool. That's what that little knife thing is on there for. I never knew what the fuck that thing was for.
It's actually for wine bottles.
Oh, that's kind of almost like a wine bottle. Kind of.
Yeah, the knife is for the wine foils. It's open-ish.
I think he was trying to be polite to make sure he doesn't get shit poured all over your table.
I appreciate that.
Fancy schmancy shits.
Did you want some?
Yeah, I want some. Yeah, glass.
So I was just going to drink out the bottle.
I didn't even look at the side of it. Okay, let me get a taster pour. Because I don't want to waste perfectly good beer.
Yeah, I'm illiterate.
Half pour, not quite a half pour, not quite a taste. You just gotta do your own thing, huh?
Have we met?
Yes.
Have we met? Like, you expected me to actually give you like the pour you wanted?
It smells really good.
It does. Well, cheers. Oh, well, apparently it is 13.4% alcohol by volume.
Okay, maybe that's just the candy.
That's not too shabby. Thank you, Jay. Once again, Jay's talking off mic.
He can't help himself. I have this one.
We have a whole like arrangement in front of you. It's amazing.
Leave me alone. Every time I come, it's going to be like this, and I'm just going to pour the rest.
Well, next time I will be better prepared.
Lord Jesus, I got to repack my bags. I'm leaving out Wednesday on a flight. I told this
You can put that in your checked luggage. It's a gift. You can have it.
I'm so grateful that you decided to give me something instead of watching me steal it from in front of you.
Well, yeah, I wanted to stay friends.
Thank you.
Yeah, you steal shit from my house. We're not cool anymore.
Oh, it's so good. I seriously, y'all have a problem. If y'all did not watch the last one, I'm like literally up here like Fireball and tequila and hot sauce. What happened to that tequila? That shit was good.
I don't even remember which one
That
that was.
reposado.
Oh, yeah, it got drank.
Of course it did, because somebody else was like, yeah, I'm not touching that shit. I'm not touching that shit. That shit looks like it's going to kill me.
We thought it's at the... Maybe it's down there?
I swear to God, if it's at the fucking bottom and this is what I ended up drinking, I'm going to be so mad at you. That looks like gin. That is it, you fucking fucking suck. Oh, hell no. Pour this shit out.
No. You can't waste alcohol in this house.
I'm not
that is one thing.
Pour it back into
No, you're not pouring it back into the fucking bottle.
No one's going to know the difference. It's still going to taste like shit.
I'm going to know. It's on camera. People are going to know.
And you can sell it just like this. It has my spit in it and everything.
Nope.
Don't you want to go ahead and cough up $100 for this bottle of repurposed, recycled,
nope.
Mistress Mia?
Nope. The only way I'm letting you sell repurposed if it comes out the other end.
Oh, don't dare me, some bitch. I swear to God, I have pissed on, in, and around things for a fucking hell of a lot less.
Oh, I know. Mm-hmm. I just don't have a funnel nearby.
I don't need one.
Well, in that case, drink up. Get in the bathtub, it'll be fine.
Don't need a bathtub. I don't need a sink. I can pee standing up just as well as you can.
Oh, I
completely differently done genitalia.
I mean, I can't do it very well, so.
You're literally supposed to be built for doing it well. Why did I pour the rest of this in here?
Because you want tequila.
So much less of it before I was like, well, fuck it, just kill it. I should have asked, what happened to the other one first?
I forgot. Fucking forgot.
So this is partially your fault. You should drink half of this with me.
Nope.
Dog.
Hey, at least I didn't lie and be like, I don't know what happened to it. Next time you show up, it's still here.
Like, it sucks so bad. So bad. I can't. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's so bad.
Don't worry, you have time.
Oh my God. No, I don't.
You do.
Don't let my episode run long just so you can fucking torture me over this.
Oh, no. I'm not letting it run long. Don't worry. Oh. I mean, as much as this is amusing me, I'm not looking to give myself more post work.
Oh, you suck so bad.
Yeah. If I had other people editing budget, oh yeah, I'd let this motherfucker run long. Oh. But I don't have other people editing budget. I have
people editing budget.
I have Matt Slayer edits.
Hey, I watched my last video. That editing job was not too shabby, if I must say so myself, because I'm a really fast talker. And to like catch me in and out of conversation to get our shit back and forth where it's in time. Oh yeah, someone's literally got to be standing on top of it with a finger on the trigger. I've
done this once or twice.
Oh, I'm so very proud of you.
That's someone is. I'm glad someone is.
Glad
someone is. I don't think my parents are, but I also don't live for their approval. So, I mean, one of them is dead. I don't think he's approving the shit anymore.
See, even when my parents weren't dust, I didn't really work on the approval factor anymore. Once I realized, like, when y'all are dead, who am I supposed to be getting my approval from?
Oh, I don't live on their approval either, because like I am painfully aware of how flawed human beings they are. I'm like, oh, y'all didn't have your shit together. Why would I need the approval of people who don't have their shit together?
I never understood about parents, like, and it's not every parent. This is not me. This is not like every black man or like not every parent. It is just that type of parent that, Tiger, this is going to be good for you whether you like it or not, and not realizing that they're pushing their kid into a rage quit against everything that you just shoved the fuck into the goddamn waffle box. Like, none of this is going to stick. None of this is going to stay. They're actually going to intentionally unlearn the things that you wanted them to do in spite of your fucking face. And then when it shows up at Thanksgiving dinner, it's like 15 piercings going through their fucking face. And you're like, oh, Johnny, why? You brought these things upon yourself.
See, my parents weren't like that. I just had to figure it out on my own because they were just kind of like too busy living their own fucking lives.
I did not have that. My mom was very involved in me. My grandparents on my mom's side were very involved in me. My father's side of the family taught me how to fight and stand up for myself. Something that my mom's side of the family did not. They were very much turn the other cheek. Not super Christian, but Christian enough. We were Episcopalians. We're like Catholics light. So like just enough to like, stay on be the better person, blah, 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 blah. Got to Mississippi and it was like, you better do something to them before they do something to you. Because if you come back home and you fucked up and I find out you didn't even try, like, I'm gonna fuck you up next. So it was like the retaliation of like, you better get in trouble over this and I will ride or die with you. That's the first time you learn to like ride or die physics, I think, for like my family anyway. Like, I can't say it's every Southern family. I can't say it's every Southern Black family, but I could definitely tell you it was my Southern Black family of like, I had a girl that right before my birthday, when we went to visit my grandmother down in Mississippi, like me and her got into this big argument. She used to be my friend. And she decided it was a good idea to like try to choke me while I had like dozed off because I had stayed up way too late playing shit like Tetris and shit. And like catch me from behind. And I went for the straight power move and I bit the fuck out of her arm, like tried to cut a slice off her like a bar Irish Spring soap. And she was so mad about that shit. Like, even though she didn't want to take on any responsibility that she started the confrontation in the first fucking place, you just kind of mad that you lost out on it because I had a way cooler move than the one that you had.
Yeah, there's no referee here. There's no, fair fight.
Yeah, if you wanted a fair fight, you'd have been like, hey, I'll meet you at a certain time, like we still had the tendency to do, versus like just roll up on a motherfucker and cold cock their ass. And when I was in Mississippi, my father told my grandmother like what had happened because I got suspended, and he had told her I got suspended. And mom was like, she was really disappointed in me. And I was like, but she did it to me first, so I just bid her as like a hey thing. So my grandmother, my daddy's mom, was like, you ain't hit her or nothing. But I bit her. Like, I bit her to blood. Like, it was blood in my mouth. There was blood coming out her arm. We looked like two rabbit dolls just got caught inside of a pillowcase. And she's like, but she didn't hit her though. And I was like, no, ma'am. She like had me around the throat like this, like we was wrestling. And she was like, you could have got your hand up there or something. I'm like, I had never in my life had an adult who was like, push yourself to violence. Like, this situation required violence. You should have fucked her up is basically what she said.
She walked away with two eyes. You fucked up.
She walked away? What the fuck were you doing?
Right?
And I was like, I had never, and like, my mom was like, don't pay your grandma no attention. You know, it's different down here, blah, blah, blah. So we get back. Now, my mom had said that knew that I got into the fight, but I never told her who it was with. And the school never told her it was with. She just told her it was a female child that I got into it with. It was an altercation. I was asked to leave the classroom, blah, blah, blah. The other girl got sent home for the day. I was suspended for 3 days.
Was it a white girl?
No, black girl.
Okay.
And tell me why. Because she used to be my friend and she was in my phone book. My mom snatched my phone book from my birthday party and invited this bitch to my birthday. My 13th birthday. That she was sitting there and we actually squashed it out at the party.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to get a birthday rematch.
No, she was like, I can't believe you fucking bit me kind of deal. And I was like, I can't believe you fucking choked me for no goddamn reason. Mad over a boy. And, you know, like what we would now call the SpongeBob year-olds was not inside of the growing and thought, and that front lobe done stiffened the fuck up.
It's not quite cooked yet.
Yeah, let it cook. Yeah, we needed to let it cook because at 13, she didn't know no better. At 12, turning 13, I definitely didn't know no fucking better. She never told me that she liked the boy. I never knew. So when I thought I saw even a piece of chance, like, it was something weird.
Because you were expecting to be a fucking mind reader or something.
No, I went to the Scholastic Book Fair and like he saw this Trapper Keeper that he really wanted and I bought it for him and he wrote inside of it, me and him and initials forever inside of a heart. She saw that shit and freaked the fuck out. And her first thought was, I'm gonna chokeslam this bitch like fucking SummerSlam.
And where is he now?
No clue.
Exactly.
I don't know.
He's like, I'm gonna attempt a homicide.
Yeah, I'm gonna maybe go to jail until I'm at least 18, bare bones minimum. And I have no idea where the fuck she is either. Like, I can't even remember her name. I just remember blatantly that she was like.
You just remember her taste?
A Stephanie. Like Thursday night pork chops at the Simpsons. That's what it tasted like. Oh, like the horribleness.
You're like, I will never forget that.
You know, the worst part? I have a fucking bottle of lime juice in the back of Jay's car right now.
Yeah, Jay's still here.
How much time we got left? Because Jay, I might send your ass to walk in because this is.
Oh, like 40 minutes.
Oh, Jay, no, go get it. Go get it. Go get it, man. Either any other time I'd be like, I'm sorry, baby. And I'm still like, I'm sorry, baby, but I need them motherfucking juice. There's no goddamn way I am chug-a-lugging through this shit. Find me some sugar in that. Do you have sugar in your house?
It might be wildly expired sugar.
What exactly is wildly expired sugar?
Sugar purchased by someone who's dead now, and she was gonna make me candied pecans. It was a while ago.
When did she die?
Oh, gotta be like 2017.
So somewhere in this, hold on. Somewhere in this house is 6-year-old sugar.
Oh, it's probably older than that. She bought it before she died.
Oh my God. Somewhere in this house is the equivalency of me getting in this fight with this girl, probably. Sugar.
I mean, it's definitely older than 2016 because I moved into this place in 2016 and she bought that shit at my old place.
So we're just going to keep backtracking on this, huh? So this is like...
maybe mid 2015 sugar.
This is like right after I moved to Oklahoma sugar. What the fuck?
She never made the pecans. I probably should throw it out.
I'm just gonna send you.
I mean, the bag's sealed.
I'm just gonna.
Does sugar go bad if it's in a sealed bag?
As long as it's not exposed to moisture, no, it doesn't really go bad.
So it's fine.
It's
never been opened.
I don't. I feel. Is it
brown
inside?
sugar?
That's not the sugar I was asking for.
You asked for sugar. You did not specify what type of sugar.
Most people, when they ask for sugar, don't ask for brown sugar, Matt.
They should.
I was like, she was gonna make you candied pecans out of white sugar, and I was like,
nope, she was not. She was not.
You know what?
Her and I both made some poor life choices.
I'm feeling that you're still making them if you still have the sugar of a corpse.
I mean,
it's corpse sugar.
It's my sugar. She gave it to me.
It's corpse sugar.
I didn't pull it out of her.
It is sugar bought by a corpse. In my book, that counts as corpse sugar.
So you're saying you should get rid of everything that like dead people buy for you?
Yes. It's fucking weird. Like, it's, you know what? It's not even so much that it's weird. Like, there's things that you want to hold on to. There's memorabilia, there's memories, there's heirlooms and stuff. Who the fuck holds on to like a bag of brown sugar? Okay, I can tell you right now, in the bag, that brown sugar, which has molasses in it, that's what makes it brown and special, is not gonna hold inside of that bag. Even though if it's closed, like plastic is not, that type of plastic is not completely air permeable. Like, it's not completely sealed. And it's been moved around, I'm guessing, a couple times. It's been touched.
Like once.
Bruh, let it go. Let it go like a Disney song. That is the most ridiculous thing I've heard out of a grown adult man. Y or no Y chromosome. I think all fucking this year, and we are halfway through the year, damn near.
Oh, I mean, you want to hear more ridiculous? I definitely have cans of fucking beans that are expired.
Why?
Because I haven't thrown them out.
Why?
Because they're on the top shelf.
Why?
Oh, there's no good reason.
They just in there.
They're just in there.
Like, just in case of hard times, I'm willing to maybe post-apocalyptically eat these
botulism
beans.
It's a botulism beans. It's cool.
You make this so hard.
Dad, you came back.
But you make this so hard. It wouldn't be extra hard if it wasn't so goddamn funny, but you make this so fucking hard.
You came back.
I know I came back. I wasn't expecting to come back to the story like, those beans were here the last time I was here. You never said anything about almost in middle school fucking aged beans.
Oh, the beans were here well before you.
And I believe it. After we just did this whole time assessment of how long you've been in this apartment, how long sugar's been around,
I mean, sugar's been around longer than my apartment.
I know, but like, why did you move already expired brown sugar to
I don't think it was expired when I moved.
Yes,
it.
hun. Brown sugar, you get about a year out of it, unless you're keeping it somewhere with like a couple pieces of like plain bread that are exposed to keep it soft and moist. Oh, I love how you have this like fucking dog cotton headlights look on your face like, you supposed to put bread with it?
It's in a sealed bag.
Why do you need brown sugar? You don't have paper towels.
I had paper towels. I had.
Okay, you apparently didn't hear the way I said it. You don't have, as in the present, paper towels. I have asked you for 3 very simple things out of this apartment so far since we have started this conversation, and you have not had.
Just dragging me on my own show.
I am. I said this is going to be the worst show ever. And you said, do it. I'm calling you on your kitchen. You just told me there are condiments I'm thinking the freshest thing in this whole fucking house is this because it's.
Oh, you never asked how old that is.
It's made of chilies and garlic and fucking vinegar. It could go just a little bit shy of how long honey goes. Now, if you have honey somewhere in this house, that's probably the most trustworthy food you have in here.
I do have honey here.
If it hasn't been exposed to oxygen and moisture.
Made no promises.
See, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. We will have like 50 different types of booze on what is blatantly places that more than 50 types of booze have been at. And we will make sure that some bitch stays socked in some kind of way for when people...
Priorities.
But we don't have paper towels. We have no lemon juice.
Yeah, there's no mixers. There's just booze.
There's no mixers, just booze. I'm sorry, there are mixers. If you like green piss water, glow in the dark fucking monster.
Oh no, I
would too can have a chaser. Maybe if this fat fuck feels like sharing with you.
That is 100% accurate. I was just about to put that caveat out there. My monsters are
like sharing with you. That's the worst.
I would rather give you that chili sauce than a monster.
And I kind of got it and snuck it out at you because you was like, I got a white one, but like I just took the last cold one. You know, to make sure nobody else asked me for the other one because nobody likes these motherfuckers hot, barely let alone.
There are 4 cold green ones.
What did we just say about that neon piss poor water? Mm-hmm.
I actually like the green ones.
My son likes the green ones, or at least he used to. I don't know what he likes his monsters anymore, if he even fucking drinks them anymore. But when he lived off of monsters and Pall Mall Red 100s and the Dew of the Universe, that was his hummingbird food. That was his nectar collector. That was his favorite. Like, I could bring him anything that needed to be done for the website. I could bring him anything that needed to be done for promo and PR. And like 2 of those big twist top cans and like a couple packs of cigarettes and just like hand it to him in a bag. Like you're feeding the troll underneath the bridge. Like for guidance and clearance to make it to the other side. And you wake up the next morning, the things were done. The internet had been quelled. And he's like,
oh. See, I fucked up. I should have put a link for people to send me paper towels.
You need to put up a link that's just like, hey, tip your Witcher, man. Just
I'm a Witcher now? Dope.
Hey, if I could be a Witcher right now, this trip would have been a hell of a lot more interesting. Like, I'd have zapped my way. Like, people offered me free shit that I couldn't even take because I was trying to be a responsible adult. And
like, what? What did they offer you?
Free trip to Disneyland, DragCon, Universal Studios. I got fed more than a little bit by friends and like chosen family alike. Like, that's one of my favorite things about when I come out here. Like, I have people who like me even when I don't look like this, when I don't have on this makeup, when I don't have my flipper on, when I'm like just hanging out in just my Dead Ramones t-shirt and nothing special.
I mean, you could definitely done that. When you called it out, like, oh, if I'm going to show up like this to the show, and I'm like, whatever's comfortable for you. Like,
and I totally was going to wear that and put it back on. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to drink. There's no way with this fucking corset. It's just going to come right the fuck back out. And I was like, I don't know if you had anybody puke on top of your stuff, but like, I don't want to be the first.
The closest we ever got was we had a guest call cut, puke in their glass. Yeah, oh yeah. This is a super old school in like 2016.
Oh, well, I did have an incident where I did puke since the last time I saw you.
Not my fault.
No, not your fault.
It's on the internet, not my fault.
Yeah, on the internet, not his fault. I was doing Club Anarchy, which is put on by Mistress Tetra over at Sanctuary Studios. And It was the freak show circus was the theme. So I was the lion tamer and I had my lion with me, Miss Blue Thick. And everything was going according to plan. We had this whole thing. We had the like metal chair out there. She got up on top, and I'm like slapping her on the stomach with the paddle and everything, like picking her up and getting her ready to go. And it was like big roars. She's like, wow. And I'd like hit her with the what you call it, the carriage crop or the carriage cane, and be like, big roar. And she like, ah. And then finally it'd be like one good like haul back slap. She's like, wow. Tons of fun until we're getting into like the last little bit. So one part was I lay on my back. I'm whipping her with a single tail with my eyes closed from the floor while she is up on top of said stand that she was doing the big roars on. And the next to last one is it's Billy Joel's White Wedding is the last song that
Billy Idol.
Billy Idol. I said Billy Joel. Lord Jesus.
Have some more tequila.
Shut up. The ice cube is gone now. I fear for my life.
Most dangerous show on the internet. What
There's
guys?
not enough candy on the table. This man has not made it back with his damn lemon juice. I'm dying. That smells so cute. I'm dying. But
Sorry, I did not import more candy from Japan.
oh yes, I need more candy from Japan. But Billy Idol is playing, and we're like getting to the big part. Now the big part is she's a really good bottom. She's a really good bottom. She's a heavy bottom. She's like almost a masochistic kind of like bottom. And the thing is that I was wearing this jet black velvet lipstick, but if you put like a little bit of anything that has oil on it, it'll let it come off of your lips and transfer. So like while she's doing her whole big thing, I pull it out of my tits and I put a little bit of lip gloss on, and it like still looks kind of matte, but like now it'll come off. So I start biting the fuck out of her, like big fucking bites, like almost break the skin bites. And I wanted it where the black lipstick would show in a circle from my mouth exactly where I bit her at. So you would see all the places. And then I like made her this little tearaway Winnie the Pooh yellow orange. It was supposed to have been a lion. It ended up being a lion. But it was fuzz, like felt that she bought. And we like pinned it to her and tucked it into her bra and into her panties and stuff. So lion, fuzzy, whatever. It went wrong, but it was wrong in like a really cute way. And the whole thing is that I like start ripping her fucking clothes off piece by piece, and I'm throwing it out into the audience, and people are catching pieces of stuff. And it's like really fun.
I'll let Jay back in.
Oh, yay! Something to take away the harshness of this fucking tequila. And
we let Jay back in.
Yay. And a candle fly, or what we call down south, gallonipper mosquito. It's not actually a mosquito. It's just a big ass fucking fly. They had gotten in when we had the roll up open earlier when we were moving the furniture around. And next thing you know, I went to bite into her and it flew into my mouth. I didn't realize it was that. I thought it was my hair from my wig. And when I looked on her ass, there was half of a bug stuck to her ass.
Whoops.
And the other half was like still fluttering around in my mouth. And then I swallowed it.
High protein. It's good.
No, it's not. My brain automatically knew exactly what the fuck it was like, yeah, it's no bueno. Everybody the fuck out. The way you got here kind of deal, Matt Brewer style. And I was going to the side while she was doing her whole like, oh yeah, I just got bit. Look at all my things. And I walk out to the side, and the newest hire that we had at the time, Nick, our delightfully adorable gay bottom top switch. I'm not exactly sure what Nick is. Nick is a conundrum, but goes by Daddy Sparkles.
Perfect.
Yes. And he was DJing that night, and he's like, girl, are you okay? And I was like, no. Sure? No. What's the matter? And I politely threw up like a baby bird right there on the side of the stage.
In his mouth?
No, onto the side of the stage, off out of the way. And I was just like, bleh. And he was like, what's the matter? I was like, ate a bug. And he was like, what? Ate a bug. Bleh.
Bugs are delicious if they're served right.
And then I went right back to what the fuck I was doing, finished the rest of the act, and then was like, it's all good. Now I have this gigantic, don't ask me why I have I did a lot of cooking during DomCon, and this did not end up getting opened up, and I'm kind of mad because I didn't get to make my ceviche.
I'm just saying, like, I ate giant ants in Colombia.
That's because you wanted to. You
I
were
did.
intending to. You had wrapped your brain around.
Right. You got fucking, you know, natural, like, free range bugs.
Okay, you know what? You ever had a natural free range ass whooping? Making fun of a woman who is telling you her plight of like, here's a good story for you and your audience when I totally fucked up. And then the next weekend she asked me could I MC for the grand reopening. And I fucking at the last little bit, it ended up being we had 2 acts that decided that they couldn't make it. So they called in and was like, hey, we can't make the show. So we moved their stuff. We kept moving it back when they hadn't showed up. So we had to find something to fill it in. And myself and the gentleman I was talking about earlier, Jabberjaw, got together and we did karaoke battle for the last scene. So he did Baby Got Back wearing a kilt. I'm a big old boy. And my ass did Friends on the Other Side from The Princess and the Frog, the Disney movie.
Now the question is, did he do Sir Mix-a-Lot's original version of Baby Got Back, or did he do Throwdowns?
No, he did original. And I was very proud of him. Like, whenever we go out to karaoke, like, we act to ask because I used to be a KJ. He does DJing and stuff and does KJing. And, like, it's one of our shared, like, I've said this before, and I have not said it in front of open audiences, but for those who do not know, Jabberjaw is my official white savior husband. He is my on the road husband. He was who I told you saved me from the ASN party before I set somebody the fuck on fire.
I'm disappointed that he saved you from setting people on fire. I'm disappointed.
You were like, I was totally looking forward to like somebody getting set the fuck on fire.
Right. As long as it's not me, that sounds amazing.
This seems safe enough. There we go. I'm just gonna fill you completely up with juice.
If people get set on fire and I get to witness it, I'm all for it.
Yeah, especially if you don't have to go to jail for it, motherfucker. I bet you are.
Damn right. I'm not going to jail for other people's crimes.
Oh my God, that makes that so much more palatable. That makes that so much better. Okay, now I'm better. Thank you, Jay. Don't say anything back. You both know you want to.
Oh, we know Jay wants to. Next one of these, we probably should just mic Jay up.
That means so many different things.
I mean, I have a lavalier I could have just put on him.
A what?
A lav?
I don't know what that is.
Like a wireless mic pack with the little, like,
Oh, the little baby microphone.
Yeah.
Clip-on mic. Okay. I don't know what those things are called. I'm just a silly girl. I've been never... Instead, I know how to, like, you know, drop a fucking diesel coming motor into a goddamn 4x4 truck.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
We all have different standards and lines in the sand.
I'd be like, oh, that's something I pay people to do.
Oh, yeah.
That makes that back in the days when I worked on trucks, I would just bribe the mechanics fucking 6-packs to get my truck worked on.
No work standards around you, huh, bud?
Hey, I know how to get shit done.
Jay, this is officially going to be another trip to going to Carl Jr. again.
Oh, we're going to Uber Eats you some wings from 7-Eleven.
You know what? I hate you.
Do you, though?
I kind of do if you're going to keep bringing up the 7-11.
Oh, no, not even bring it up. I'm going to have them delivered.
If you get delivered wings from the 7-Eleven, you're a worse friend than I thought. And you were never my friend to begin with. And it will absolutely be after 12 o'clock before I leave here because I know me. It's already a little after 10. This is going to be like...
Well, in all honesty, if you're looking for late night food, Jay should take you to fucking Canner's.
Oh, we literally already did that.
Yeah, you can go again. They have a big menu.
I know, and I'm not... I'm going to tell you right now, I love the stuff that most people don't. I love the old people food. Like, I still love liverwurst. And like the last time I went, I got their corned beef and cabbage, and I'll tell you what kind of weird I started out as a northerner Yankee I am. I will only eat it. I will nibble on it a little bit while it is fresh and hot on the plate. But for me, there is nothing better. And they do like that whole half a head of cabbage. And it's like, I'm going to destroy this potato right now. Right now, like this thing is a fucking steak. and I am going to gracefully wait for this food to get cold. I'm not going to put it in the refrigerator like somebody with sense, because then that will knock off the weird but delicious taste that it grows from when it cools off naturally but doesn't go into the zone of like you're going to catch food poisoning, bitch. And then I smother the cabbage head inside and out in fucking hot sauce and a little bit of Tabasco sauce, an assload of garlic powder and salt and pepper, and I destroy it. And I eat the meat last. I love the fucking just plain ass boiled potato and fucking cabbage, half a head of cabbage from Cancer so much. Like, their meats are delicious. They're, oh my God, I almost took a fucking potato home with me. The potato where it's already take everything out the potato and then add cheese and everything to it and then squeeze it back inside of there, cover it with more cheese and make it look real nice right before you like kill yourself with the potatoes.
See, now I want to go Canners. God damn it.
Jay? Candors? You can't answer, but you can shake your head yes or no. Maybe it's, God damn it.
All right, well, I'm going to call last call on this motherfucker so we can get Jay. No, I'm kidding.
We're going to stop. We're going to end this one early because everybody got drunk and hungry. I touched beer. I had weed first. Drink Patron on purpose.
You've had a lot of sodium.
Well, the sodium part goes right back through me because of how much iron I take for like being sickly. Because it's a lot more than just like, oh, you're anemic. Oh, that's kind of like saying Sprite is lime juice, lemon juice, and soda water. Mitch Hedberg said there's a lot more to it than that. He was right.
So, I do want to circle back. We didn't really talk about DomCon. We didn't talk about what all went down this year.
Oh,
what I miss.
Let's see. I pulled a sword out of a chick.
Which end?
Front end. Top end, mouth end.
Yeah, I'm like, there's two front ends.
Like, hold on a second. Wait, maybe I should reevaluate how my answer comes out for this one. Yes, through her mouth. We have a young lady by the name of Goddess Silk. She actually just did our last anarchy party for Mistress Sestra. She does fire, she does swords, she lays on katanas and big ass scimitars and stuff like that and machetes. Like, she's really fucking amazing. And like, I missed the fire breathing because I was using the potty, of course. I couldn't hold it anymore. Somebody was like, oh, she's getting ready to come on in a minute. She's getting ready to come on in a minute. I was like, oh, I've been on this so long. I drank like 2 fucking Red Bulls. I gotta pee. In the time it took me to pee, everybody filled up. And then all I saw was like this big whoosh, like Targaryen ball of fire come up through the bay door in the back. And I was like, oh man, fucking missed it. But she performed at DomCon and she was so kind as to let me pull another sword out of her so I could get a video for my husband, because it was the second time I had pulled a sword out of her. Let's see. Opening ceremonies was amazing. We found out that like damn near more than half of our crowd was new folks. Like, that shit feels good to know that like more people are coming in, new people are coming in. Like, we're getting a fresh, brand new crop of like eyes that are realizing like kink doesn't have to be what you thought you saw on your mom's laptop. It's not all porn. Like, there are some famous ladies and gentlemen here, but like there's also some people that you've never heard of before in your life, and you're totally going to dig when you go to their classes and find out what it is that makes them tick. We had some, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this personally, we had some badass fucking socials, of which I was the proprietor of a lot of food for our VIP social, which was brought to you by Duchess Lex. She actually showed and displayed her new contraption, which is a very sexy, sex-esque. It's an all-around conversion kind of straddle rider where you could use it for spanking, and it doesn't just like come straight up on actuators, it also actually tilts. So like, you want to do stuff to the front, you want to do things to the back, you can totally angle and position them inside of it. I pulled out all the things, like there was tri-tip and fontina meatballs.
Oh, now I'm getting fucking hungry.
Oh man, the POC social that Mistress our Goddess, which was really funny. It's an inside joke between me and her and some people who knew about it, but Queen Anna Blue She did Unlocked. She did the POC social. She did the newbie social. The newbie social, she did breakfast for dinner. So like it was like cereal, scrambled eggs. We had bacon, sausages, waffles, pancakes. I got the old school Fruit Loop straws. Like you just put it in milk. We had milk, champagne, orange juice. It was fun, and it was onesies. Like when the newbies come and like nobody really knows like what they are and aren't supposed to do, Queen Anna is one of those kind of people who's just like, hey, here's a couple tips. I'm not trying to make you feel like you're stupid or anything like that, but we definitely want you to know like here's some ins and outs so you don't end up having a faux pas, so to say, while you're here. Like don't be the creepy dude at con. That kind of stuff. Don't be the creepy person at con in general.
Just don't be a creep.
Mm-hmm. Don't touch people without asking them first. Don't touch them if they tell you no up front. And like, I'm not gonna lie.
Don't touch yourself unless, you know.
Yeah, don't touch yourself in front of other people. If someone says, hey, can you put your clothes back on? You're inside of certain spaces or you're outside of certain spaces. Just do what the person says. Don't like rage quit against the machine like they're intentionally being mean to you.
Right. Don't pop and then put your clothes back on.
Yeah. The POC social, we actually did a poke bar. We had Toto and Yellowfin. We had what else? Tuna tataki. I did a whole side of salmon. We had shrimp.
I'm fucking hungry now. Goddamn.
And then like we did I pressed tofu for the first time that makes a ton.
Well, that makes me less hungry, but
hey man, there was nothing left. There was no rice. There was nothing. There wasn't even scraps and bits. Like I did deep fried jalapenos and shallots from scratch. We had all the spicy mayo. I finally was able to get one of these and like had to donate it to the fucking party because I wanted it to be authentic as humanly possible. Like for all of your tasty needs, like it was great. And like the crowd that we got, the mistress photo was fun this year. The mistress tea was, it's always solemn because it's like the last big thing we do on the schedule other than like the last two classes. And like, it's kind of like the end of the show, but then we have like the VIP end of the con party, which is a lot more fun, I feel, than the Friday, Saturday party because it's less prestigious, but it's more people playing like they really want to play versus like somebody's taking a picture, sucking your gut, honey. Make sure your course is tied up right before they take the picture, and everybody's trying to like be very curated. Like we said about Vegas being super curated, like the Sunday night party is the less curated of the parties, but it's the
people are too tired to be curated.
Mm-hmm. Like I've been in these high heels all weekends. I'm gonna put on my ugly ass flats, or we're gonna put on these Crocs. We're gonna go down here.
I mean, this is exactly why AVN doesn't happen on Sundays anymore.
Yeah, because by Sunday everybody's like, and I'm back to I'm not covered in $600 worth of Sephora. I did not wear my best and most expensive suit. And I'm about done on being done.
Right. Like I did the award show last night and then an after party, and now I got to be in this motherfucker tomorrow. Fuck this.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm good. I'm cool. Stick a fork in me. It's 4:30. It's past time.
But I mean, part of the reason AVN stopped doing it is like half the performers didn't show on Sunday.
They've gotten their content. Like everybody that you wanted to shoot with, everybody that you wanted to see. The fucking, what is it? The Peppermint Hippo or whatever the fuck it's called.
Spearmint Rhino?
No, they have a place out there in Vegas that's literally the opposite of them, and they did it on purpose. But like, it's the Peppermint Hippo. Like everybody went to their fucking free titties show and shit. Nobody had to show it. Nobody had to pay to go to see free titties. It's fucking ABN. We could have just, well, if they hadn't been quite so picky on what counted as a free the nip. You remember the free the nip wall in 2020? And then it was like X's and censor bars everywhere in 2023. It's not going to be the same show anymore. We both know that.
I know.
I don't have a problem with that. Like, I don't know exactly what making somebody with perfectly good tits cover the motherfuckers the fuck up with like tape and shit does for my security. But if y'all are telling me that we don't have to worry about having, or maybe not have some random motherfucker decide to sneak up the stairs and he's got like a backpack full of ammo and an AR-15 and a chip on his shoulder, like I'll shut the fuck up and stop complaining.
Yeah, security wasn't that tight.
Yeah, security wasn't as tight as it could have been. Like, I'm personally saying if you're going to have some of your favorite naked people on the planet all in one place, Like, you might want to have a couple guys with guns, but I also understand that the hotel did not want to give off the illusion or the look that like CES would be affected by us being there because like that didn't used to be the thing. Like they've always been together, but not in the same building.
I mean, they used to be in the same building.
They used to be in the same building, but by the time I showed up, they had separated everything for that reason because they were like, oh,
No, I feel like it was a decision on AVN's part. Now, CES never give a fuck.
Yeah, CES didn't give a fuck. It's a bunch of 30-something-year-old dudes like trying to explain to their wife how come they can't come home this weekend because they totally forgot that they had extra work they had to do during the convention.
Well, because it used to be we were all at the fucking Sands. Like we were all at the convention center. CES was on one floor, AVN was on another. Same weekend, same fucking. God, I'm showing my fucking age here. Like, yeah.
Back in my day when we used to go look at the naked ladies.
Well, it used to be if you had a CES pass, you got a discounted entrance to AVN.
Mm-hmm.
And they were literally in the same fucking place.
By the time I made it there was when they were having it at the Hard Rock.
Yeah. That was what Hard Rock was first year 2012, Jay? Yes, 2012. Mm-hmm. It was either 2011 or 2012 was the first year at the Hard Rock.
Did they do it all the way through to 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all the Hard Rock.
And now we're reading notes.
Too much alcohol for Jay's notes.
Jay,
that is not appropriate here.
Bad cat publicist. That's a bad cat publicist. You get 13 cranks on the wooden fist behind that one.
I'm sure you'll straighten him out.
I said 13.
I don't think that's enough.
It's an old syphilin ollie joke.
Syphilin didn't, obviously need enough. Like I think 13 is not enough.
So,
yes.
Other than that, I think it was a very full and meaningful. I got rest this year. I was able to sleep. I was able to get in the hot tub this year. I was so fucking happy about that. Like the last 2 years of DomCon, I've been like trying to put in and make my bones with the convention, and I was trying to do it my way. This year I did it my way, but in a different way where I don't take on all the responsibility of the world and it doesn't turn into like, hey, something's on fire. You go ahead and find some pee and just go ahead and piss that right out for us. That we'd appreciate that a whole lot. And it wasn't that show. So like I was super happy. Like I got to enjoy my friends. I got to hang out. I got to have some food with people that I want to have food with. We walked in. I got to have my family dinner again. It used to be every year we would, as a small group or a large group, we would go to the Denny's up the street and order like eggs over Miami. And
I'm so sorry.
I don't care.
Denny's is always the wrong choice.
You know what? That Denny's is my favorite Denny's, which I know might not sound like us doing a whole lot for Denny's, but it's more along the lines of like,
that's like saying Auschwitz is my favorite fucking concentration camp.
Yeah, it kind of is, but like I've never gotten sick there. I have seen some ridiculously wild ass shit while I've been there. Like the one girl one time, I think that was like 2016, the girl who walked in the door. I think that was like the first time we all got together. It used to be myself, Allison Bondage Land, her pet zombie dog, Riley Zombie, and a couple other of us, Annalise, and usually people that we would like pick up along the way at the con, like we got really cool with. If you smoke weed, we was cool with you. If we met you out on the patio at Malibu and we all ended up smoking a blunt together, like, okay, we've all smoked ourselves into mental retardation now. Anybody want to go get something to eat? Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason you end up at Denny's.
Yeah. So like, we're in the zone. We're at the Denny's, and this Denny's in particular has a bar connected to it, so you can order like anything off the menu and then get like cocktails. So any place I can have like a fucking big ass California breakfast, and then on top of it add like a Bloody Mary or like a whiskey sour. Like I'm cool.
And it's the only way to make Denny's remotely palatable.
But like we would have so much fun, and it turned into like a family thing. Like when I come out to DomCon every year, way before I was on the board, it was like I was coming back for my once a year family reunion. And it's like the people that I chose family reunion, not the motherfuckers who didn't show up to Thanksgiving this year because they didn't want to hear Grandma Nana's fucking crazy ass shit again. So like we could actually enjoy ourselves. It was fun. It was something to do without it being too much. And yeah, it might have been a Denny's When we go down to New Orleans, it's a lot better of an upgrade with the food. So we do like Elizabeth's for the family breakfast brunch. Elizabeth starts out, anything you get on the plate comes with cheese grits. Like, you don't even have to ask. It just come on the goddamn plate. And they have praline, butter, maple, bacon. One, did you know bacon needed butter? Because I didn't until I ate there. And that plus the grits, you would think would be enough. But then you can have that plus blackened catfish. Like, you could add their bacon to anything. Their eggs Benedict, would you like a side of bacon with that? Which is 4 whole fucking strips, like thick cut country bacon strips that after they're cooked, they're still that fucking long.
I am hungry, goddammit.
I'm telling you, I am the bad food friend. I will be like, hey, I brought myself back from New Orleans one year. I gave myself gout for like 2 months, how much I ate while I was down there. And that's no bullshit.
Oh, no. I have often said, like, if I ever moved to New Orleans, I would be 500 pounds and sweaty.
Yeah. I almost gave myself iodine poison like the old fucking 666 song because like I ate so many shrimp, I damn near did catch iodine poisoning. And like I couldn't stop myself. I'm like, there is one place down there and a lot of people are like, yeah, it's all right because I seen it on the same people who had it when it was on the fucking Kitchen Disasters or whatever the fuck it was show don't own it anymore. And the people who do have it have turned it into a magnificent place to go and eat. And it's not just a touristy place. The fucking food is actually good. And that's Oceana. It's right over there off of Bourbon and Conti Street. It's on Conti Street. They let you bring your own booze in, man. I had just stopped at what used to be the Joker Jester, which is now I think called Mango Mango. But I had the big 32-ounce joint that I had just got. And somebody was like, ooh, we should go to Oceana and get some oysters right quick. And then we can make our way down to Club Oz. And I was like, I just bought this motherfucking drink. It was like almost $18, bro. I'm not about to pitch it just because he was like, oh no, they don't tell you can't have your drink in here. And I was like, there ain't a fucking restaurant in the world that tells you can bring in your own damn booze without an uncork fee. Now just be damn.
New Orleans
is that fucking city. We walked up to the door and I was like, this is already my favorite restaurant. I had been eating there for years, but I had never brought a drink in with me. And they were like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead, bring it in.
Oh, the first time I was in New Orleans and like I was staying at the Crown Plaza, like right off Bourbon, and I'm just like, I'm at the hotel bar and I watched like 3 girls be like, "Can we get to-go cups?" And then like they pour their fancy cocktails out of the fucking stemware it's in into plastic cups. I'm like, oh, I'm in a different place.
Yeah,
I am in a different fucking place. Part of me really wants to come down for DomCon this year, like. Part of me does not want to be in New Orleans for fucking Halloween, though.
We're not going to be there for Halloween.
Oh.
We're going to be the weekend before Halloween.
Okay, I'm in. I'll commit to that.
Yeah, we weren't able to get it for Halloween for the 3rd year in a row. Like, other people wanted that spot. Like, people were, like, chomping at the bit for our little, I'm guessing, 2-year contract to probably be the fuck up. And I'm like, we're going to be there because it's over on the 28th, I believe, this year.
Oh, no. Now I'm in.
We got to go to St. Charles Square. I got to scare that little old man over at the oyster shucking place so I can be like, hey, I need 5.
Well,
and he'll look at me like, oh, it's the Kraken.
Because the reality of the situation is I never want to be in New Orleans during like high tourism shit. But if you get me there.
Well, I'm not trying to be funny. DomCon showing up has now become its own high touristy shit. Like, the last time we were there, it was us and the Vampire Ball. And as far as I know, I don't believe they were able to get their host hotel for the holiday as well. Like, Halloween down there, as much as y'all are like, oh, touristy shit, it's New Orleans. What the fuck else is there other than touristy shit? You don't go, it's the fucking Vegas of the South. What the fuck is in Vegas other than casinos?
Well, no, but the difference is, the complete difference is, like, on a normal weekend, Bourbon's fucking busy. On a fucking high holiday, it's shoulder to shoulder. It is puking on each other.
You know what else counts as a holiday there? Tulane versus pick a fucking team.
I'm just saying.
LSU versus pick a.
Oh no, I was there for the LSU.
Pelicans are playing. Pick a fucking team. The fucking Saints crappy ass is out there on the fucking Mercedes Dome field. Pick a fucking team.
Do you want me to go or not?
I want you to go, but I want you to go under the premise of it's going to be crowded. It's going to be busy. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be New Orleans. You know why?
Yeah, but there's a difference. There's a difference.
The nastiest, grossest, most disgusting, beautifulest thing in the goddamn world.
I agree. The first time I went to New Orleans, was like 2008 or so. And I'd been to Vegas a couple times before that.
First time I went was in 2009 with a client.
And my first fucking weekend down there, I went, how the fuck does Vegas get to call itself Sin City? Vegas ain't got shit on New Orleans in the way of sin.
You ain't never seen nobody in Las Vegas fucking in an alley on the side, homeless or not.
Well,
and then look at you dead in the face. What the fuck you looking at? You ain't got nowhere to be?
Well, and the thing about New Orleans is, I feel like Vegas is kind of segregated. Like, the posh, rich motherfuckers are in the clubs.
Vegas is nasty and dirty and filthy and beautiful and disgusting and amazing and out of this world across the fucking board. There is no, this is the VIP section. You know what's the VIP section? If you can go to the dungeon bar and be the naked motherfucker who's allowed inside of that one cage at the end of the bar.
I miss the fucking dungeon.
That's the VIP section. That's the real, there is a, just in case, just for people who might not have been to New Orleans yet, there is a bar down there called the Dungeon. It's right off into the French Quarter, a little bit deeper off in there. And it's like our favorite place to hang out with, like, there are always going to be people in the group. There are like a bunch of fucking emo kids, and I fall into that. It's usually the theater people, and they're like, we want to go there. It's creepy. It's like morose. Like, there's hidden bookshelves and shit. And at the end of the bar, there's a cage. And the first time I told one of my friends that, like, hey, did you know the city made an ordinance for this one bar in this one spot on this one location? The bar cannot move the cage anywhere else in the bar. It's only allowed to be at the end of the bar. But when you are inside of that cage, and as many people as you can fit inside of that cage can be butt fucking naked without getting a goddamn ticket. That is what makes New Orleans, New Orleans. That's what makes it the real Sin City. They had to burn, tear, and shovel fucking Storyville into the ground and somehow still found 5 or 6 other fucking streets that were high end to low end fucking escort houses all the way across until what? My ass was getting out of college in like 2006. And I think they shut down the last running brothel that was just like out here in the public. And it closed with a quiet whimper and no one went to jail over it. Why? Because senators, congressmen, priests, pastors, Baptists, and Eucharins alike are all showing up to divinate their happy asses in front of some naked woman's vagina or some other pieces. Because New Orleans was like, we know what you want. We ain't gonna give you what you want, but we're gonna give you what you need. And when we need you, New Orleans is a favor kind of town. It's like, it's all about hospitality. There's nothing down there, folks. They have no real industry other than being the coolest motherfuckers that'll let you get drunk as you fucking want to just ask, like, don't take glassware out because we can't keep stitching y'all the fuck up. We cannot get EMTs down into these tight ass fucking streets like that no more. Too many of y'all is showing the fuck up. We got strip clubs with girls standing out on the damn sidewalk smoking cigarettes with nothing but floss and everything the good Lord did give them and whatever the fuck else they got from South America on as an outfit. I've seen the oldest bar in North America is on Bourbon Street. The oldest gay bar in North America is across the street from it and off a little bit to the side. They sit cat-a-corner from each other. One sits heads up on the corner. The other one sits kind of in the middle of the block right before you start getting back into the residential area on Bourbon. And like, it's all crammed into like Iberville, Royale, Conti, Devlin and stuff. And you're like, I can't get all of this plus half of this fucking food in any other major city in the United States right now. And you definitely ain't gonna have as good of a time. I can tell you right now, if you ain't never been to Coops and been insulted by your staff, if you thought you went to an insult restaurant, you ain't seen shit till you get to Coops and you have some 30-something-year-old grown-ass man, you know, probably living in his grandma's basement, tell you something about yourself that you did not want to hear tonight, and you will take it cordially because you really want this jackrabbit stew. There is nothing like going to Muriel's, and I finally got to go to Muriel's last year. I ain't never been so fucking happy about getting to go to a restaurant in my life. I have been trying to get on a standing reservation line for that motherfucker since before COVID, and only got in because they love when Cyan shows up with our busted nobody fucking matches. None of the, we had people last year that were dressed up as raccoons. Then we had like a half of a leather family there. My husband and my niece who is on OnlyFans and stuff. Mistress Cyan and her wife looking like, you know, people who should actually be eating in this restaurant. Then we got some extra little stragglers that are with the other table, and they would not trade our reservation in for the world. Like literally had the management staff mad because when we first came back from COVID in 2021, and they were like, y'all didn't come and eat. And our person who was in touch with them trying to make reservations was told on the phone that like, hey, we can't accommodate tables that's more than 6. I can tell you right now, mistress doesn't show up with less than at least 12 fucking people at any given time, and they got to get split between 2 tables. And I know this last time we went, we were about 18, 19 people fucking deep. They were bringing extra chairs, but they'll damn well do it for us because like they're that kind of cool. The Astor Crown Plaza that you were talking about, instead of like degrading us or making us feel bad some kind of way, like, oh, y'all can't be dressed like that down there in our lobby. Like there's babies walking through there. These are babies in New Orleans. These ain't your regular babies. These are babies that's like the baby. These is babies that's like Lil Wayne babies. Like these is babies showing up with gunshot wounds to the chest and like they done seen some things and been some places. So these ain't your average typical kids, and they do not hand them out, feed them like that. Nor do they do that with their adults. Like one year, myself and Allison Bondage Land and a couple other of us were using her room as the smoke out spot. This hotel is not surprised by people smoking marijuana inside their room.
Oh my God, no.
No, they really, really aren't. Like half the time they won't even fucking charge you for it because we bought these Ozium machines for the reason to clean this room out. You leave it running for 20 to 30 minutes to maybe to an hour, depending on how hard it smokes. And we're done with it. We're not about to charge you for that shit. We want you to come back. We want your hard-earned dollars. We want you to pay for this room service because your ass is too drunk to get up and go to Willie's Chicken.
Speaking of which, Willie Mae Scotch House open in LA now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, we might have to. You know what? I feel like we maybe need to take this show on the road and like do like a mukbang and now we eat kind of deal.
I mean, I'm down. Like, I'm fat. I'm down.
Everything inside of me, it was like when I got back from doing the first interview, because like no bullshit, I told every motherfucker on the planet, like, hey, you got to listen to this interview because I got fucking ripped tonight. R.I.P. that, and let some shit fly. And my one friend was like, bitch, I thought this was going to be like all sexy and y'all were going to be talking like the next person you was going to be strapping or something like that. And y'all talking about like Marvel versus DC. Really? And I was like, that's exactly why I'm going the fuck back. Because if I wanted them fucking kind of questions, I would just answer stuff from like Better Homes and Gardens when they're like something super spicy to keep them in the bedroom kind of stuff.
Now, wherever the show goes is where it goes.
Yeah. And that's the main reason why I came back and did the show, as you said, inside of 6 months. Like, fun is fun. Like, I could drink with anybody, but like, I have fun when I drink with you. And we...
Oh, yeah, because I encourage bad choices.
Yeah, you encourage bad choices, but you also encourage fun in like the old fashioned way where we got drunk at the house. We didn't have to go out and party so fucking hard that somebody had to like murder somebody by accident or like flip their fucking Tesla.
On this episode.
On this episode.
I can't promise next week. I can't promise.
Hey, I ain't going to be on next week's episode, so I can promise you what's going to happen on my episodes. My episodes are going to be semi-raunchy. Somebody's going to learn something new about themselves, whether they wanted to or not. And we're going to have the most wholesome version of filthy fun that I can possibly get away with without like the FCC being like, shut it down, cut off the lights.
Right? YouTube monetization still happens.
Yeah. Like, I want to have enough fun that like we can do this again the next time. Like last time I had gigantic hair. This time I'm like lime green, Meg the Stallion it up the fuck my damn self. And like, I was intently going to come in here like super dominatrix mode with like titties stacked up to here and a corset that like sucks everything in. But if you wanted to say this booze got to stay on the inside part, we couldn't do all that. And I was like, and Dead Ramones t-shirt it is. So
right, I agree. I appreciate that. I appreciate your fluid staying inside you.
My fluid staying inside of me. Not what she said. Boom.
Sadly, it is sometimes.
I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, I've gotten like no dick, no pussy. I ain't strapped nobody on this trip. Like, this trip has been all hot girls like sitting in my lap, but no one lets me touch their vagina. And I'm like, is this what dudes feel like? Like, I didn't put an assload of effort into you, but I was kind of feeling like something was going to happen. And now that it didn't, I'm kind of pissed off about it. I'm not going to complain, but like, I'm going to complain.
Well, that's truly not how dudes, because, you know, a reasonable dude doesn't complain when that doesn't happen. It's just like, that's life.
I am not a reasonable dude, then I can tell you right now. him to be a reasonable dude. I'm so mad. And the worst part is, and this is going to be for those people out there who are like in TV land that are like, did that bitch just say that on TV? I did. I haven't had my birth control shot, which is Depo-Provera. When you have not had your shot on time, things happen. Like your body automatically thinks that it's super pregnant. So it starts doing all the super pregnant things. And I don't know about the rest of you bitches, but the last time I was actually physically pregnant, I was the horniest broad on the planet. Like my boyfriend, not baby daddy, could not study my ass enough to get me out of a room. I was on this man like a gerbil on a carrot. Every time I seen him, I couldn't stop myself. I was lactating all the time. And like, I am right back in that fucking spot. I forgot how harsh this shit is. So like, I'm super fucking horny. I can't get any. Like, I'm not a like cruiser like that. I'm very specific on who I have my sexual interludes with.
I'm just really scared that I don't have paper towels to deal with lactation now.
I've been having to put paper towels and or panty liners in my bra. Like peel the backs off them, just stick it across the cup and just like pop them motherfuckers in there. Cause like, it's horrible. And I'm like, I don't want to make no babies, but I also really just want to get laid. I just want some dick. I just want some pussy. I don't even care what I get anymore. I just need human contact. I'll be better when I make it to Texas.
I mean, Jay's right there.
And Jay has been helping. Jay has actually...
Has Jay not put out?
No, Jay is not built for putting out for me. Thank you very much. He is my cat slave publicist, and you will leave him alone. Now,
I'm not asking for me to leave him alone. I'm asking...
He will be polite and come and like make biscuits on me and give me little purr noises, which do make me happy because I'm a weirdo like that. But like, other than that, I do not whoop, spank, fuck, or shag my publicist. Thank you very much. He is my friend and publicist first, and everything else is like incidental. And if I ever do anything to Jay, it's probably going to be well after he's no longer my publicist. And when he isn't my...
Wait a minute, you're firing Jay right now?
Oh, you're hilarious. No, I asked Jay a long time ago that Jay actually forgot about. And like, I was like, oh, cool. That's more of that, like, when you wasn't nobody, bitch. But like, I never take it as like an offense. Like, oh, you didn't like me back then. I bet you want me now. No, there's none of that shit. But I will say, like, you had your chance. You had your turn. Now it's somebody else's turn. But nobody else has turned up for their turn.
Wait, Jay had a chance?
Jay had a chance long ago and far away. Like, it was in, like, the mid-teens. The first time I met Jay. Jay probably don't even remember. Well, he does remember me now after we had the conversation. But, like, it was the whole deal of, like, Jay was in a steady relationship with someone. And he was a good dude. And he was holding up his options. And he was, like... doing what all people say they're gonna do and they want to do, but like very rarely actually do. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fucking pissed me off because I was like, oh, I get the good one. You want to be all decent and faithful and shit. What the fuck is this bullshit? That is not what I came all the way to Los Angeles for, motherfucker. Like, I was like, no bullshit. I was hoping for like, you know, socially elitist. Of course, you'll take this fucking dick because I'm offering it to you. I just want to stuff something in your mouth and your ass, something in your face. Just want to take a couple pictures, make you feel dirty and filthy and pretty all at the same time kind of shit. And he was like, I appreciate it, but I am in a thing is what I was told. I am in a thing. And I was like, okay.
But did that thing last?
Yeah, it actually did. It lasted for a long time, and I was still very cordial about it. Like, I don't do Velcro collars. I have to have some kind of I dig you kind of thing to want to play with you, to want to do anything like that with you. Because
I've never heard the expression Velcro collars. By the way, that's amazing.
Yeah, because like I'm very much about if I ask you to be part of my household or be part of my life or be in a relationship with polyamorous, whatever, like. You're having to do a lot more than just deal with me. Like you're dealing with my husband, you're dealing with my adopted kid, you're dealing with what I do for a living, you're dealing with me being a bitch drinking out of a cup sometimes because everybody else done pushed me down that motherfucking hill. And
Reposado then?
You fucking suck. Where's the bottle?
I don't know where'd it go.
Jay, what did you do with the bottle? I'm not allowed to have it. He was like, I already got to keep her off the phone and away from Taco Bell. Like, I literally told him before this starts, like, do not let me call my husband after 12 o'clock. Do not let me talk to anybody. Just take my fucking phone. I don't need it until we get
Can I call your husband? Like, I'll call your husband.
Oh my God, call my husband. He's off today. And I told him like I was doing this interview and he was like, oh, you're doing Matt again? Oh, I can't wait till this one comes the fuck out. I was like, he like literally had his coworkers listening to it with him one night at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. He's a detention center specialist, which is a nice way of saying baby jeller, like baby driver. And he's very much an actual good worker. He's good at what he does, but he was like, my wife, she's a whole different bucket. Like he's lost jobs before because of me. And like he is,
well, that's love.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he is like one of the, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn. Like I got a good one. You bitches got some broke down ass dudes. No.
Whoa! Stop talking about people who date me.
That whole po dick, huh? Whole po dick.
Oh.
Also, one of his favorite clips he's ever seen is a thumbnail for somebody. He was like, is that all you had to say, Mia? I was like, no, there's more to the interview than that. You know, the whole fucking interview wasn't like 24 seconds long, you lush. And he's like, what else did you say? I was like, fucking watch the interview if you want to know. So he watched it all the way through. He was like, thank you very much for not telling the story about my brother-in-law. I promise you I wouldn't. I stopped myself. Remember how good of a wife I was when I need a fucking kidney, dude. I'm just saying. And he was like, that was the most hilarious thing. I had to make my coworker listen to it. So they sat and did their paperwork inside of the booth, listening to his phone for like the whole 2+ hours of the interview. And he was like, she fucking couldn't stop laughing. Because I've never actually just had a sit down conversation with her. She's seen me as the lady who dropped him off at work when I was still at home. And that was it. So she didn't know anything else about me. So she was like, I wonder what kind of person she really is. And then he was like, my wife is a big ass fucking nerd, just like me. And she's like, he says she's a dominatrix. I feel like dominatrices aren't like big ass nerds until she listened to that fucking interview. And she was like, oh my God, your wife is a big ass fucking nerd.
Yeah, the cool kids don't end up in sex work.
Yeah. The cool kids, well, you know what it is? Because the cool kids get everything that they wanted anyway. So like, why would they end up in something that's like, you're literally using your body and your knowledge of your body to like sensationalize and stabilize your life financially. So like she totally expected me to be like the stereotypical archetypal type dominatrix. Like I'm super angry and I'm mean to my husband and I cuckold him all the time and I must be beating him and pegging him. Because like when me and him first got together and people found out what the fuck I did, they were like, oh, you're just totally fucking him in the ass. Because half the folks in his family thought he was gay because he was into anime and listened to rock. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I love my husband to death, but for a second there, he was fucking stuck on 5-finger death punch for like a while. Oh, and what's the other one? Not Offspring. I swear to God, it won't come to me until I'm like in the car shoveling back a hamburger in a little bit, and it'll be like, oh, that was the group I meant to.
Well, if your husband's into 5-finger death punch, you should definitely show him the videos of me and Ivan Moody together then.
I probably will after this, because like, especially after he sees this one, he's gonna be like, he knows him.
I do, actually. I worked for Ivan for a little while.
Security?
No.
Ooh.
His media guy.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, there are 2 videos on my YouTube channel that are projects that Ivan and I did together.
I want to drink like half a bottle of Kroger lemon juice, but like it makes the tequila go down so well.
That's the reposado. Why do you need the lemon juice for that?
Just because I want to give it some flavor. Like it actually tastes like the fucking pineapple candy now, because there's like, it's good booze, so it's actually dissolving. So it has a flavor versus me pouring all 3 of these other motherfuckers and like they just stayed same size cubes until I just poured this in the glass. I had been swirling, they stuck to the wall. I hit it with the ice cube trying to get it to knock off, and they were like, no, we're just gonna sit here and hang out for a minute. You just keep swirling, baby, okay? And nothing happened, and now they fall into the bottom. They won't come out the bottom, and they're actually dissolving. So like, little pineapple, little lemon juice, real smooth, super happy Mia. Not gonna be happy in the morning. Like my stomach's gonna
Future problems.
Like, yeah, my stomach's gonna wake up like a fucking.
Oh, we're going to Cancer's after this.
Are you getting me a sandwich?
Is Jay getting you a sandwich?
No, Jay never gets me a sandwich. I usually get.
Why is Jay not getting you a sandwich?
Because he's my publicist. I pay for his shit.
Yeah.
He goes out into the harsh part of the world with social media blitzers such as yourself, and I don't have to deal with that shit. Someone messages me and they're like, hey, we'd like to do an interview with Mistress Mia. And I'm like, hey, speak to my publicist. I'm my own manager, but like, you speak to my publicist for all the things that like, I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like dealing. I don't know you people. And he knows literally if it happened in porn or kink or leather from like 95 until right now as we're sitting at this fucking table, Jay probably knows about it, know who was involved with it, can probably find a telephone number on, can stop by somebody's house and be like, hey, haven't seen you in a while, was really wanting to introduce you to this new lady, Mistress Mia Darque, blah, blah, blah. And he does it in the kind of way where it doesn't come off as like, I'm being an asshole and I'm so goddamn big and you should totally want to be licking my ball sack right now while I'm telling you about this person that you've never met before in your fucking lifetime. And that's the kind of person I want to be on my team.
I mean, if Jay says, hey, Matt, I would like to bring someone on your show, I don't think I've ever said no.
Yeah, because Jay doesn't bring you bullshit people.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Like, yeah, and that's the whole thing. I like having a publicist who's worth his fucking salt. That's why he is my cat slave publicist, goddammit. And tomorrow I'm repacking my bags. We're going to sit at the home, drink wine, and watch the 3rd season of Harley Quinn because that's the way the good Lord intended.
Hell yeah. But, Mia, believe it or not, we have been going for almost 2.5 hours.
You know what? God damn it.
So I will call last call on this motherfucker because I have to edit this shit.
And I'm done. I need a burger and a cigarette.
Oh, no, we're going to hit you a pastrami sandwich.
A pastrami sandwich. Pastrami.
Pastrami.
No, I want the corned beef fucking plate with the goddamn... I'm supposed to be making ribs tonight.
Well, that's not happening.
I can still do it. Oh, one, baby.
Oh, yeah, we're going for ribs? All right.
No, I'm making ribs.
Where'd you put for me? For ribs?
You should come over to Jay's house when I come visit. Like, I've been doing steak. Okay.
Where's my fucking invite?
Things that happen while I'm at Jay's. I go grocery shopping for him. I buy all of his meat and stuff. I section everything off so they can be individual meals, and we stick everything in the freezer. And then when I come back, after I get done doing things like DomCon, Pride, and Dom Space stuff, and I come back over and I'm like, hey, baby, go ahead and take this out the fridge, like Mama said. And when I get there, I'll go ahead, we'll cut on the crock pot, and we'll make this. Or then we'll finish them off in the oven, or I'll parboil them with some white or some red wine, and then we stick them in the oven and douse them motherfuckers in barbecue sauce, and they fall off the bone. The bones just part right out.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh, he's been missing out on all kind of food. I've done steaks, pasta.
Stop!
Oh no, the pasta primavera with all the fresh veggies and shit in it.
Stop! I'm fucking hungry. I called last call. Fucking do the sign off. I'm fucking hungry now. Goddamn.
I literally cooked all that food and uncooked food that I told you about inside of a hotel Marriott. I mean, not Hotel Marriott, but the Hilton LAX hotel. And like with no microwave, just crock pots and like a turkey roaster.
Stop!
I did prosciutto, roast.
Right, stop.
zucchini.
Fucking stop.
They were steamed.
Fucking stop and just tell people where they can find you. I'm fucking starving.
You can find me at Just Say because see, the last time he wouldn't let me turn him red, so now I'm gonna like terrorize him with all the food that he's eaten with me.
I've drank a bunch. I of course want fatty foods right now.
Oh baby, don't never come to Oklahoma.
Why?
I can literally walk around the corner, take $2,000, buy a whole fucking cow, pay another bill 50 to get it cut down, and literally have meat for an entire year and make you every single cut from cabeza to oxtails.
That doesn't help right now. Right now, I need food.
Okay, right now I will say you can find me at justsayred.com. If you want to come see me in person, I will be back in November 1st for my Femdom Events first event at Sanctuary Studios LAX. We will be having a cougar hunt meet and greet.
That I'm not invited to.
You need to be younger. Or
I can't help what my parents had unprotected sex, god damn it.
Well, then bring money and pretend like you're younger and just be like, it's premature gray. I could put you on the waiting list.
Fuck that. Waiting list. Waiting list.
Literally, the party is kind of expensive. It's not cheap, but like I'm bringing in ladies from across the United States, a couple from Texas, that kind of thing. And like, I have to admit, one of the other ladies is 6'3" like me.
It's all good. I'm just saying, I'm not going on the waiting list. Like, I would rather be like no than versus being on the waiting list.
You wouldn't be on the waiting list for me.
Aw.
I make you shrimp etouffee, spicy French fries.
Aw, but you're already married.
I'm in a polyamorous relationship. I can have as many husbands as I want.
Not for my tax breaks.
You can't have my tax breaks, but at least you would.
No.
You could say that I'm married to a semi-successful professional dominatrix.
No, I want the tax breaks.
You know what? You can't have the tax breaks. You make.
Then I'm out. Then I'm out. Then I'm fucking out.
This whole thing across the table. You suck.
Yeah, tell them where they can find you, because I'm out.
I already did. If you would like to come and see me, I will be back. Like I said, November 1st, the Sanctuary Studios will be having the Femdom events at femdomevents.com, FEMDOMEVENTS.com, where you can purchase your tickets for any of our events between Dallas, Texas, and our new home base out of Sanctuary Studios LAX at Athens Way over in Gardena, California. We are Gardena, California. I keep wanting to add a IA on there like it's a fucking flower. You can also find me in New Orleans when we have DomCon. This will be number 7 in New Orleans this year. And
I'm going to be there for that. I'm going to be there for that.
He's saying that now. If something, anything.
I mean, if my life keeps going how it is, I'll be dead by then. But
yeah, I was like, we need to keep you alive. We're going to put you in one of them big ass fucking Orbeez hamster balls and shit. Like they be sliding people down on the hill.
Oh man,
I want to do that.
I mean, I'm just thinking of like how much semen I'm going to have to clean up if I'm stuck in a hamster ball.
I don't know. It depends on how excited you get or who the fuck they put in
Well,
there.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm just not trying to get prostate cancer.
It could be dude like in when we were in Vegas, like the guy who looks like he fucks your dad when they go shoot golf. That was across the way from us. You can have him in there with you.
I don't want it.
I heard his
my hamster ball.
I heard his spunk from the little dude at the not Vixen booth, but at the Helix booth, and like he tastes pretty good. He stays up on his fruits and veggies. Like he's one of the like eat better, fuck better, vegan, vegetarian, porn people.
For sure. But we will do. I'm gonna bring your. I'm gonna come down, especially now that it's not Halloween weekend. I'm gonna come to New Orleans.
Get your ass a room. The rooms are up on the DomCon website now. The attendee registration is up on the DomCon website now. Vendors are open for the website and sponsorships are open for the website. And with our sponsorship program, you can go from something as low as bronze at $150 all the way up to platinum at a couple grand. But we will absolutely make sure that your money is well spent, your parties are well hosted, and that you will be feeling all the fun that New Orleans has to offer. We also have our second line parade. It's going to be a blast. I'm just saying, I was the queen the second year, and I was the only bitch as big and fat as I was out there with a pair of heels and walked that whole fucking little block around while all the skinny girls had on Uggs and fucking Crocs and shit. So,
fuck yeah.
Food.
I'm down. Food. But as always, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. Slayer on Facebook, twitch.tv/Matt F. Slayer. You can find me on Patreon. You can find the show on Patreon a week early, uncensored, at patreon.com/Matt Slayer. You can find the podcast at And Now We Drunk on Twitter, and Now We Drunk on Instagram. And until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.